FBI, they come with the big cargo. Delivery location, destination, now your residence. No lobby in Chicago. No lobby in Chicago. No lobby in Chicago. We can go up, down, downtown. A system one. This is the Vawulence. Many things where I don't see you. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see you. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. To listen to news and depression. To get connection now oppression. We dey play to possess our possession. Yet the country they still for recession. Many people come not to talk about. But to get one thing I want to ask you now. Who go come fix our Nigeria? Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Everything in life like competition. Now the priest they meet us for confession. Holy Ghost I'm a go for protection. And I just go fight on the progression. Many people come now to jack out. But to get one thing I want to ask you now. Who go come fix our Nigeria? Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many people plan not to jack down. Who go come fix our Nigeria? Who go come fix our Nigeria? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vawulence Space. 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 Where the patriots converge. Sharing. Raw facts. Brilliant analysis. Breaking reports. Friendly Bantas. Every second an hour, we say politicians they shoot us, all up they shoot us, above the traffic cost, they are one of them. They weigh me sometimes, the brother turn against his brother for a life. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to the Vawulence Space. It's a beautiful evening from my side. Wherever you are spacing from, you're welcome. I see you all. Thank you, my brother, welcome Nigeria and GB for joining as always on time. God bless you guys. I see all of you requesting for the mic. All our blue tickers, not blue tickers. Away. That's so. Oh, please, sorry. I forgot that I was saying the show. Please, I have to rephrase. Let me start again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to the Vawulence Space. It's a beautiful Thursday evening from my side. Wherever you're spacing from, you're welcome to the Vawulence Space. It is that platform where we, as usual, speak truth to power, based by facts and figures with a little bit of buzzwords. If it's your first time of joining us on this platform, I say you're welcome. If it's your second time, you know where you go the last time, that's why you're back here again. And if it's your 10th time, you're not a regular. And to all our amazing regulars, our D1 Vawulencers, our people that have been here with us from day one. I see you all. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for always coming out here, because whenever we call and you guys turn up for us, you guys motivate us to keep coming out here again and again and again and again. And we are back again, yet again, a town hall. Different. Tonight's space is going to be different, I promise you. I know people don't dey worry me. Waiting they stop. We will do a little bit of twerking the topic. But let's keep going. Let's start on a very lighter note first. Thank you guys for joining us. Please, all of you joining us from the Violence Space Radio Station, thank you for joining us. Probably you don't know why we're laughing, we're having fun on the platform. All of you on the Violence Space YouTube channel, thank you so much to the Violence Space team behind the scene, making sure that this space is being streamed across multiple platforms. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for the work and the sacrifices. Guys, it's going to be an amazing space. Trust me, it's going to be a space filled. It's going to be a space filled. It's one of those days that we're going to, you say when if it's a Satan down for ground, matcha. Now my ringtone today for this space. So that please, that is the spirit. I mean, in that spirit and in that mood, which I want to sell happiness to you guys, irrespective of whatever you're passing through today. Please feel free. I'll be happy to smile with us today. And as I always do before I jump into my submissions every single time, I try to make sure I set this house. This is the church. This is the mosque. It is the shrine. It is the auditorium. It is the atmosphere of violence, And on this platform, we bring undiluted, raw, unscripted violence to you guys. And you know how we do it. So please, guys, I always indulge you guys to take the next few seconds, the next few minutes to share the space, to like the space, to retweet the space, to let the world know that the number one space on X is up and running. And as usual, we're taking no prisoners, because today, Usobu go day. Because today, Wahala go day. Because today, tears gonna be surplus. Their tears gone dry. Their tears gone dry. So please, guys, share the space. Let's get this space up and popping as we're always on the platform. Thank you. Ahem. All right. Where do I start from now? See. See, the past few days and weeks has been one of the hardest periods for me personally, um, in trying to keep information from you people. It's just like pregnancy. They say pregnancy, you can hide pregnancy for a duration, but pregnancy goes still show. When it is right, you know that this woman is pregnant. So me, I just came out right now and I saw the timeline. The timeline is all in unstobu everywhere, trouble everywhere, and people are already asking me, my dear, how fast are I? What is happening? What's up? What do you know? I don't know anything. No, I don't know anything. Me, I'm not going to come and say I know anything. But one thing I know that I will say is that um, criminality is not good to be a criminal. It's not good to be a criminal. It's not good to say what you don't know. It's not good to accuse people falsely. It is not good because, and I say this without jokes and with all level of seriousness right now, that whatever you open your mouth and say about person, I can come out here and I say you are mad, you're stupid, you are a fool, you're foolish. I can call you names, I can say anything else. I can in my right insult you, right? But what I cannot do is to accuse you. The moment I come out and say you are a thief, you are a rapist, you're a kidnapper, you're a school dropout, you're a this, you're a that. The moment I put a label on you, the onus is on me to be able to defend that label anytime I'm called upon. And so for us on this platform, every single time, and that's why I'll say this space we founded this space based on the fact and figures aspect of it that we are so big on it that I can say there is no violence-based episode that have not been recorded. So that any single day I am called upon, I will stand on my word with my chest and defend what I have said or what I'm saying. That I come out here on this platform and I say, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a criminal drug baron and certificate forger. It is not an allegation. It is out there. This is open document. In fact, his people have all they have used the Bayo guy will say his drug case was 10 years ago. Was before 10 years ago. So he should be pardoned. It is not an allegation. It's a statement of fact. But you have no right to come out and say Peter Obi is a criminal drug lord. Because the moment Peter Obi, it's not that he's a kind man. If Peter Obi wants all these freaking children of the roasted corn, all of them will be sleeping in zone 6 or zone 7 or zone 8, wherever zone they find themselves. Because at that point in time, they'll call you and ask you, defend yourself. Defend what you said. And you can't defend it. So we're not riding on the same pedestal. Do not look at me and you as the same thing. If you're supporting these criminals, we are not the same thing. Support them and own it to your chest that you're supporting criminals. But do not come and look at me calling your criminal a criminal and think that I am putting a stain on you when I'm actually saying what is true. And as I've always said on this platform, I say most of these children of the roasted corn, I dare say 99% of children of the roasted corn on social media are nothing. You have no access, you have no body, you don't even if you have access, they don't even care about you. Like they don't care about me. Like they don't care about like the country. They don't care about any of us. Then you come and spend your time because you want to feel like you are an opposition and you defend criminals that do not care about you. You malign other people, you accuse other people because of criminals that do not care about you. And now you people's ringtone is they go one by one. They go 2 by 2. Every single one of you criminals is just that you don't have your time. But that's by the way. Today's space goes sweet. Let me just run to the topic real quick. My brothers and sisters, we will still adjust the topic towards that conversation now that we're going to, because I just want to get some more details. Because as people are hearing on the timelines, how I'm hearing, it's just the God of the God of wonders that is fighting for us. Fighting for us. We don't have power. But God is fighting for us. You know? Let us go to what the trending topic of the week, I dare say of the month. And please let me make that tweet real quick so that it will just join with what I've been saying. We are still trending. Let me tweet it real quick. Trending hashtag thank you Peter Obi. Yes. So, guys, please, we are still trending hashtag thank you, Peter Obi. I don't know how many of us are on the platform. We are over 400 of us already on the platform right now. Please, guys, I need every single one of you right now to hit a tweet right now with the hashtag thank you, Peter Obi, because we are seeing the business of thanking him. We should not relent. We should be able to push this trend for at least a minimum of a week. Let us push this trend. Let us religiously follow up this trend for at least a minimum of week, because there is something that is happening. I made a tweet yesterday. I think that tweet went a little bit viral, and I was just pointing out my little observations. I think from the last place we had on Tuesday, I shared some of those insights of what I saw on the timeline, and God bless you see, I know how proactive many obedience are. I don't want to call names out, but so that we do not, because in this our gathering like this, we are mixed with both the children of the roasted corn and other people on the platform. So I'm trying to protect images of people, but I know a lot of obedience that have risen out of what is happening right now, and we are forming a very powerful army from the north. There are so many young northerners that have been seeing what's going on, feeling the direct effect of what's happening Peter Obi's project in the north, and they are beginning to see the truth. And if you have been a violencer for long on this platform, you would have known that I'm speaking myself, but I in particular, I always championed. In fact, all our first projects that we had from the violence space went to the north. Our violence radio jingle drive was in the north. Almost, and then when it was happening, man, I had questions from my brothers from the southwest, south. People were south. Is everybody asking me now what's the north that we cannot get votes in the north? Da. And I was like, I was looking at a very big picture. A very big picture, because I understand for myself. I think I understand the dynamics of the country because I grew up there. I have friends, they have families over there, and I understand particularly that we in the south, we are different from. If you've not traveled Nigeria, you not understand the country. But if you have traversed this country, you understand the country, you understand the people in the country, you understand how they act in the country. And for me, I always said on the violence when I was like, all I wanted to do is to make sure I can show, not even sell now. I don't need to sell P2B. I wanted to show the Northerners who Peter Obi is. Just show them his real nature, because what they see, what they hear, what they know about the man is not what he is. They are not after trying to hoodwink you or cheat you off your trade or cheat you off your no. Just do business. Any person in the business community can verify what I'm saying about these people. They're not people that are moved by wealth, moved by riches. In fact, I think that's the major reason why the political class have kept them the way they are. Because naturally, a typical northerner is just about himself, his relationship with his God. Don't play with his God. Don't play with his God. You can fuck around and everything, but don't fuck around with his God. That is how they are. So the criminals that hold on to power understand this nature about them and make sure they make them see it like the whole life depends on God. In fact, for many of them, poverty is a virtue. And for me, I was like trying to make sure these people understand who PO is, because when they understand who this man truly is, I tell you, they will rally around the man. That was exactly what I was saying. So early days on the violence, if you could remember when we were doing all our stuff there, pushing our other programs, we were the first set of people. We were the first set of we were not a support group, but we were the first set of any set of support group whatsoever running campaigns for Peter Obi, jingle wise in the north. We were there in Jigawa during the whole flooding and everything. We did a whole lot because I could see that we need to get these people. Look at how much they value Buhari. Look at how much they elogize Buhari, despite how much Buhari messed up this country. Why? Because there's this toga on Buhari that is being called Megiskia. Not because of the attachment to Buhari is not because of any other thing, but because of the fact that, and when they hear Megiskia, what does that mean? Man of truth. So they are attracted to people with real virtue, the kind of virtue that Peter Obi exudes. That is the kind of person they're attracted to. But the image of Peter Obi has been sold wrongly to these people. He has been sold badly to them, and it was a race against time. We could not get as far as possible. And so for me, even at the outcome of the whole elections and everything, I say it all the time. We in the South. I made the tweet. I said, we in the South. We in the South. What do we sabi do now too? We sabi talk well. We sabi organize. We sabi do this too. We not get, if you've been to the north, you understand what I'm saying. We not get. Also, I also they talk say but we say worry the craze. Our Edo brothers and sisters say with the craze. So God knows. God knows if you've been to the north, you understand when they say you won't see grace. You won't see grace. You understand? I can bet anything that if Peter Obi was from the north. If Peter Obi was from the north, they know him as we know Peter Obi like this now. We know Peter Obi was since we know everything. I can bet every single thing that by today, as we're speaking, either Peter Obi was in Aso Rock or Nigeria is burning to the ground. Nobody in the north is going to call even say, come and open space and say, let us come and do, are we going to come out and protest or whatever? No fucking time for all those nonsense. You will see action, real action. Real action would have seen it happening across the country. We saw it with, I'm not blaming everyone, we saw it with Buhari. When Buhari had no right to win the elections, we saw what happened in 2011. Our brother Ibrahim, I've always said it on this platform. Abokina Giri came out here, he said it. So for me, and we should understand that as a country, we are a country divided across different lines. We are so big that if there's anything that we're doing in this country, let us tell ourselves the truth. I've gotten that stage that I have to tell myself the truth, and I've told myself it all the time. There is nothing we can do that will be successful, and they say it is Nigeria, if the hand from the north is not involved. Same thing that there is nothing we can do, and they will say it's Nigeria if the hands from the south is not involved. If it happens from only the north, it will be one-sided. If it happens from only the south, it will be one-sided. So there must be an alliance of we coming together from the south to the north, just across all lines, and say we no go green, and we will see things happen. So I believe Peter Obi have understood these dynamics, and in exactly the same fashion, he's down there in the north, doing wonderful things, doing wonderful projects. They are complaining about the aesthetics. The people on ground are thanking him. The people on ground are asking for more. We are seeing videos surface on the social media. People are begging, please, Peter Obi, come and dig for us borehole. People, if the locals cared about what was written on the GP tank, you will not be seeing more videos come out of people that need water to drink. And as Peter is doing this stuff, at the same time, new obedience are rising every single day in the north. And so for me, I just want to talk to our fellow brothers and sisters, especially because many of us, as we speak, I say the greatest gift every man can have is to travel. If you stay in your cocoon, or you stay in your region, or you stay in your state, you've not traveled out, all the information you get from social media, you will think that the average Igbo man is this, the average Yoruba man is that, the average Hausa man is that. But when you travel and interact with people, you will see that people just have things they believe in, things they don't agree with you on. But within all these disagreements, we all have one common thing in place: humanity. We all want things to be better for ourselves. It can vary according to degree. Some of you want Rolls Royce. Somebody just want a keke napep. Some of you want 24 hours light. Some people just want 3 hours light. It varies, but we all want things to work. So while Tinubu and his gang of criminals are showing us shege up and down, please, I'm speaking to obedience right now, please, I want to even be making that as a tweet every day. I want to say, please, as an obedient,
Peter Obi is doing the hardest work ever right now, which is building bridge and showing these people the true Peter Obi, not the fake doctored yes daddy Peter Obi that I have told them, not the fake Peter Obi that Nasir El-Rufai had told them, that this is who I am. That even before now, the greatest disservice Peter Obi did for himself as a governor was not doing what Wike is doing now. Every 2 seconds, you call channel, arise and the rest, and sit down and tell them what you're doing. Because look at it. Today, my brother Harry posted pictures of Peter Obi water projects all through the southeast, all through Anambra State when he was governor. I also posted it. This man did everything when he was a governor. But his greatest disservice was that he did not touch it. He did not talk about it. It is pictures. Remember when we were watching Nations Cup? When he went to Nations Cup, they said, oh, he has gone there again. He has gone there. And we said, no, he was there in 2013. For everything he's doing now, he has done in the past. He's a consistent man. He's not here to pretend. He's not here to come and... This, for many people, they think it's politics. He's doing this for votes. No. This is who Peter Obi is. And we're in a world whereby if you do not tell your story, and you allow other people to tell your story for you, the person that tells your story becomes the narrator of your existence. He is now telling his story to the Northerners himself. Look, I come to you, the Northerners. This is who I am. I am not who El-Rufai said I am. I am not who they have paid so many clerics to say I am. This is me. So it will be the greatest disservice for you as an obedient to see all the work Peter Obi is doing, and all you can do online is to still come out and be doing nonsense bigotry or nonsense challenge or please or nonsense reply. If somebody from the north or the south or wherever insults you, insult that person, do not generalize on a region. Attack that person. You can't tell me that you don't see the people that are with Peter Obi. Are there not Northerners with him going through out there? Is Ibrahim not a Northerner? Are Dr. Mo not Northerners? Don't we have Northerners? Don't we have them in their thousands on social media already that are obedient? Can't you see those ones and see them as an example that if we have these ones, we can have more? Then you now look at the wash pappings, the Bashar Ahmeds of this world, and you now use those people to generalize on the Northerners. Why didn't you look at Ibrahim and use him and generalize on the Northerners? Please, we have to, at this point in time, when Peter Obi is building, do not, as an obedient, be that man or woman that will be destroying what he's building. I've had the cost to go into so many obedient DMs, and I will say, please, reduce it. I understand how painful it is when someone insults you. And also, always understand your privileges. You know something. No mean say the next person know what you know. And you that know what you know, don't lord over what you know over the person that don't know. Every moment we pass through right now is a teachable moment for all of us. Every single moment is a moment for us to teach, help. Because I'm saying this again, except what we're doing on social media for many of us is clout. If it is clout, go on. But as long as we are talking about a new Nigeria is possible, you have to be working towards making that new Nigeria possible by the way we communicate, by the way we go through things, by the way we push narratives. It is very, 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 very important. So that not that Peter Obi is building 1,000 steps. We just out of because of our emotions or because of what the was popping we say. A fucking idiot. Will not drag 1 million people back. Please, my brothers and sisters, it is very, very important. You can see how much they are attacking this work that Peter Obi is doing in the north. You can see it. If you don't understand, if you think it's just organic, well, I don't know what to tell you. It is well orchestrated. They know very well what Peter Obi is doing. I am telling you, I am chatting with some of our northern brothers and sisters. If you what Peter Obi is doing, he's breaking, he's what is breaking right now in the north. I am telling you, it is unexplainable. I can't even explain it. You just have to come into my realm to understand what's happening right now in the north. And I said it yesterday in my church. I said, your people that are shouting Senegal, 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 for Senegal to happen in Nigeria. The real people that are champion Senegal in Nigeria are these people that are drinking this free water today. The people that will champion Senegal in Nigeria are these people that are drinking clean water today. They are the ones that will die for their vote. That we can stand and say, we saw it in Kano State now. They don't tell man now. They don't tell man. They could do all their nonsense across everywhere. They don't tell man. So please, brothers and sisters, it is important we keep amplifying what PO is doing. And at the same time, I'm not saying when I say please, I don't say all these Wale, so weary. And those Tonto DK and the rest, please don't stop. Let them feel the heat. Let them understand that you do not insult Peter Obi and go scot-free. Please continue going hard on them. Let them have no breathing space. But please, always remember the greater picture. Thank you. I'll just use that and run in real quick into what's happening in Nigeria. It's unfortunate what happened yesterday, with the Nollywood actor. And I think we're going to the point whereby in Nigeria we're immune to bad news. Any news will come, we will collect them. But that guy's story was very, very painful. It shows a whole lot. It shows a failed system. I don't want to call it an almost collapsing system. A failed system. Nigerian health system is already failed. I personally had my experience, of which I've shared here on this profile. When I lost my dad in Nigeria, is when I understood that Nigeria, and I'm talking about this 20. When I know Nigeria I finished, or 20. My experience was 2016. 2016, I was in an accident with my late dad. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we got to the hospital, a federal teaching hospital. Before they would do X-ray for a man that came in unconscious was by 12 midnight. X-ray. 9 hours later. So if this man had internal bleeding, so I'm saying that in Nigeria, 90% of the deaths in Nigeria wouldn't have happened in other crimes in the world. There is no value for the human life in Nigeria. Our lives have no value, no matter how wealthy you are. And you see, I was even trying to say, let me open up this space. I was thinking of trying to even drag in our celebrities into it because they have been so silent in the maladministration of the country. They feel so absorbed, they feel so insulated from what's happening in the country. We get money now, we are big boys, we are big girls, we can fly to Dubai, we can fly to if they say, blah, 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 you rent that jet. If Nigeria happened to you, you might just need it might not be 5 minutes first aid that will save your life. We have seen that Dagrin was a superstar that didn't die in accident. It might just be that first aid call. These are systems that could have been fixed in any working country in less than a year. These are not the things that you need billions of budgets to fix. A response system. In any working client, 2 minutes now of what 2 minutes I call 911, they go arrive here. That is how it is in every system that works. So you think you keep quiet and you think that Nigeria cannot happen to you because you've made some billions, you've signed some billion deals, or because you think you're getting something from the government. Now lie. You are not absolved from Nigeria happening to you. And with your private jet, you're not absolved. Nobody is safe from that in that country. So we cry for a working system. For many of them, they think it's suffering Olympics. Now who suffer pass? Or now we get power? Or it's crazy how these people think. They don't understand that Nigeria works for everybody. Everybody benefits from it. If Nigeria works for me, it works for you. If it works for everybody, if the common man in a village can call 911 and get access to Medicare immediately, and the man in the city can call 911, that is the Nigeria that work. I posted a tweet earlier on today, or this evening, of a lady that was laughing at when on the market got burnt last, I think how many months? Just last 2 months. She was laughing, ha ha ha. Put picture of some fire trucks that she claimed Sanwo-Olu bought in Lagos. Oh, blah blah blah. Peter Obi did not buy anything for them. Peter Obi was governor like how many years ago? 13 years ago. Peter Obi did not buy anything for Anambra State. Blah blah blah. Still on the channel catch fire. Lagos was burning 2 days ago. I think that fire, they said that fire was burning for close to 1 day, 1 full day. All the fire, listen, with all the water in the lagoon, it could not off that fire. She came out and she was crying. Oh, that her Nigeria. So if you think it is banter that we're doing here, that we come here and do banter, no, we're not doing banter. Nigeria will happen to you. It will happen to you. Support Tinubu, the Tinubu's, even Tinubu self. If it happen, they don't come for Nigeria. You don't have such access, and you're supporting these criminals. It is well, oh. My brothers and sisters, welcome to the Vawulence space. That's an amazing conversation today. Me, I have said my own. In the spirit of Unsobu, please do not defame anybody. Do not defame anybody. As an obedient, don't move like a child of the roasted corn. So when they summon you, you not come and start saying, oh, no. If you're calling out somebody, call out that person. If you want to insult somebody, you can insult that. I'm not the police of free speech. Whatever you want to say. But please, accusations are not what you should take lightly with. If you'll be accused by any child of the roasted corn, falsely, please do everything within your power to seek justice. Because you see, all these people, they don't even care about them, as they don't care about me and you. Welcome to the Vawulence space. Let me pass the mask right now to my brother, Well in Nigeria. Well, good evening. How are you doing today? Welcome.
Yeah, Emia Saddam. Good evening. Good evening to you, Jimmy. Good evening to everybody on the space. I can see a couple of persons that are just joining us. So if you are just joining us, welcome. It's Vawulence space, yeah. So I know Saddam said it earlier. Or probably didn't say it. I can't remember. But if you are just joining us and you may have forgotten, but go ahead and retweet or repost the space so we can get more people here. So if you're just joining us, please go ahead and do that. I can see a couple of our I can see Padlock, I can see Key, I can see Key holders. As long as you're obedient, I can see you. So, I mean, when Saddam started the space, started off laughing, because everything they made this guy they laugh like this. Until I realized, or let me shade my Anambra brothers. That's until I realized that it's what was making
Jimmy cannot wait for this moment.
what was making you laugh was what was happening, and I actually particularly like how you brought it in. It is important for us to know that there is, how do I put it now? There is a basbos, there is banter, but there's also false accusation. There's also defamation of character, and so it's important to know when the line, where not to cross the line. The truth is that I think one thing that I find funny, I think, I think one thing that I find funny in this whole story, or what's happening now, is that these children of the roasted corn, or these bat idiots, actually think justice would mean that young man would be free, like should be on the streets. Man should be in prison, actually. So I can see that you know they are also mistaking the system of Nigeria, the lack of laws in Nigeria to mean their own norm. So, I mean, what they're expecting is that, oh, we are APC members. What's supposed to be happening? I mean, we are supposed to be able to break the laws, and nothing is supposed to happen. That's my, and it goes a long way to also tell you what all these dimwits think in mind. I particularly saw just before Saddam handed me the mic. I was just sweeping through the timeline, and I saw one of the very big idiots that tried contesting for the one that was crying during their convention, APC convention, that they told him to step down. I was crying. I was crying. You know that one. I don't want to mention name. I'm sure some of you that have followed some things for some time, who is currently now, luckily giving one position. I saw his post just now, and he mentioned justice. I was like, it's a stupid reflection of what justice is. In this situation, what justice is that guy should do time. I mean, you can beg for pardon. You can beg for say, oh, he didn't mean this. Let him just apologize and let everybody move on and all that. And I don't know if I will support that, but maybe the Peter Obi side of me might want to budge. But the fact that you think this is justice, like, oh, justice is that we are APC members, we are supposed to be able to do something, or we are APC supporters, we're supposed to be able to break the law, defame anybody. I mean, and just go away with it. It's normal. We are after all, this is who we are. So I saw that, and I'm like, it's a reflection of, it's why they support who they support. So it's just very unfortunate for them that the people they support don't really care about them. I think that's what some of them have not realized. People you support don't really care about you, to be honest. But I too don't care about you, so I won't be here about that. But it's quite interesting to see. I'm already far satisfied with. It needed that needed to be done, because I think sometimes, because they saw us do Bantas, they think everybody, what constitutes banter is just lie, just lie. That's what banter is. But they don't know that even some of us, like, what we say, we calculate it before we say it, because we want to ensure that we are saying fact. You understand? So, I mean, like Saddam said earlier, if for example I say, Tinubu is a drug dealer, I am not far from the truth. Like, I have a Chicago State document that speaks to that fact. He forfeited $460,000 that the court declared was proceeds of narcotics. It's not, as in, that's not defamation. That is fact. That is, you know, if you want to go to court or anything and say, then we look at the meaning of a drug dealer. A drug dealer is someone who has in any way, involved in that is like fact. If I say, from based on what Chicago State University said, it has fake certificate or false certificate, it is fact. It's not it's not banter. So it's quite unfortunate. I don't know if it's unfortunate or fortunate for the young man, but it goes a long way, because for me, I'm more interested in the lessons that will be learned. Lessons will be learned. Anyway, Saddam have said a lot really about Peter Obi's ongoing project, and please don't forget, we are still trending hashtag thank you Peter Obi. It's on the jumbotron. Also on the jumbotron. Tomorrow, parallel fact. Let me quickly say this for probably I won't forget. Tomorrow, parallel fact will be having the Lagos State Labour Party chairperson, Pastor Dayo Ikong. They'll be hosting her to come and engage not like, just like a normal interview like every media house does. But the good thing about having it on X is, uh, people will have an opportunity. If Rufai is drilling somebody on Arise, or Sheun is asking some of his stupid questions, you go invest for us. But this one, you have an opportunity as much as possible to also ask questions over there. So I urge everybody to be around. I've seen some of the things, you know, people are coming with different forms of fire or something. But I think when we when parallel facts will start tomorrow, we can have all that discussion. But back to Peter Obi's water project. I think I said emphatically, everything I said on Tuesday is where I still stand. How Peter Obi is. I'm the funny thing is, I know that Peter Obi personally, although this has like political gains that will come with it, and that's just normal. But what I'm more happy about is that I know and I am convinced that this man is not just doing political moves. How am I convinced? I know what he has done before. It. I said it here on Tuesday that for someone to move all the way to Haiti and just support people, that's, I mean, these things are inherent. It's just unfortunate that we've
So
never
he
experienced.
wants to be the president of Haiti.
Yes, exactly. He has voting block. He wants to get a voting block. Or Nigerians in that.
We have like 3 million Haitians in Nigeria.
Yes. So I mean, this is inherent. This is, if he didn't day, he didn't day. And I was even saying it, on Tuesday, that personally, I sometimes even get angry because I feel like Peter Obi is going around distributing hope, but I feel like maybe if Nigerians, see the level of hopelessness in the country, because what is happening now is that APC is draining all the hopes that Nigerians have with one big hose. But Peter Obi is just on his own, like personal fund, and it's so annoying because this is a man that is not getting a dime. I saw General Lucci's tweet earlier, and it just rang in my head again. This is a man that is not getting a dime. Like, even if for example, maybe he's getting pension from Anambra State, you can say, well, after all, still, his government money to an extent, but this is a man that is not getting. Is why I can never, no matter how person thinks say head or rich, I can never, support, like, succumb to. I can never stand in a place where someone in any way shows as passionate as Peter Obi, no matter how subtle it is. Because this is a man that normally doesn't owe you nothing. I swear, if I be Peter, I don't even the first time. If I be Peter Obi, not be saying my wife no fine. I could just carry me and my wife. We go to Bora Bora, just day. No problem. Just what Nigeria, you guys should deal with your problem. But this man takes it. He's not only doing. It's even, the truth is that, do you know that what Peter Obi is doing? It would have even been a big deal if you only sent money for it to be done. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if maybe he just said, "Oh, Ibrahim, Dr. Mo, Malam Jabri, I know, the northern part of Nigeria, there's this water struggles, I'll send you guys some funds to just, please put in some boreholes. No problem. I will not be able, I'm very busy. I will not be able to join you guys." That will still be a big deal. Like, that is phenomenal. Not to talk about, he's doing it like he's putting himself. I don't know why people, like, for me, these are the kind of things I think about when I think about Peter Obi, and I'm like, damn, I really do not think that Nigerians deserve. I don't think we as Nigerians deserve this man. To be honest, I don't think we've done anything significant that makes me feel like this man, we deserve him as a person. As in, he takes himself there to do it by himself, so that you will see him. He wants to connect with people. I mean, he could have done those ball and everybody will announce, "Oh, this thing was donated by Peter Obi." Everybody, hey, everybody go home. But he wants to be able to relate with the suffering of the people. If you don't understand, if you are in the north, some of all these places that Peter Obi even goes to are not very comfortable to go to. Like, they are not like the pushes of places. These are like core villages. I'm sure Malam Jabi, I'm sure he probably tell you that some of the time that they are even there, you are not, you yourself, based on say Malam Jabi a soft guy in a town in the. You go look at say, like, this is not the heat, the road that you have to pass through to get there, your stomach will turn you from being inside the vehicle. It's not comfortable in any way. But this man puts himself up front. So whatever gratitude, and I like Saddam said earlier as well, I like the fact that these are, there's a way, get the way good go reach. Even bad no go fit deny am. I mean, I know this puppy can be very stupid, but I mean, it gets the way good. It can get to that point where it's very obvious that it's very difficult to cover it. So the initial attempt to try to rubbish it because of aesthetics, they saw that, man, this is not going to work. Like the backfire just the first day. So many of them came back the next day and started explaining that, but where that's true, it's true, all these kind of things. Because it's really what Peter Obi is doing is phenomenal. Then quickly on the health sector of Nigeria, the truth is that, I mean, we are probably just lucky. God is faithful, because I feel like if God did not distribute some of all these things, traits, really, some people thought when was it Bill Gates now or Melinda? I think it was either Bill or the wife that said it during COVID that Africans were going to be dying like chickens, or how they put it back then. Some people thought maybe it was just backdrop of they were just being wicked, but deep down, really, it was fact. That was them speaking fact. So why it was fact to them was because they had evaluated the impact of whatever was going on then, COVID-19 or whatever it was, and how it affected their own citizens. And now they are looking at if it gets, and they were looking at the fact that in countries where they have like good healthcare system, good this and that. So what if it gets to Africa, it's just going to sweep? So maybe that's where God just help us. But the truth is that we cannot just now make God a constant errand boy. So we cannot put God on standby for every little issue that good governance can solve. Everybody in Nigeria is technically a debt trap. To be honest, or let me put it like this: APC-led Nigeria is a debt trap, really. As in, you stand the chance at every point in time. You are just one sickness away from being a dead person. You are just one unfortunate incident away from being a dead person. This guy that died yesterday, or this man that died yesterday. There's still the back and forth: died, didn't die, and all that. It's crazy to think that. I saw Blossom's tweet earlier, and I just reflected, and I was like, a huge percentage of the people that die in Nigeria are not supposed to be dead. A very big percentage of the people that die in Nigeria, especially if you die from health-related issues, like maybe you got sick, or even in accident, they don't have any business being dead. That's why when people say Nigeria happened to me, Nigeria killed him, and all that. Although, I'm not a big fan of generalizing it as Nigeria. That's why I often say APC's led Nigeria, or APC's Nigeria, because I don't think this word Nigeria really is. I think APC just took over the country, because we are Nigerians. There's nothing that is Nigeria. All of us, we are Nigeria. But APC has, taken over and has destroyed the system. So it's really sad that what's happening in Nigeria is I can the fact that I can just think in my head and be sure that if what happened yesterday had happened anywhere else in the world, that man will still be alive just makes me feel so terribly sad. Like if that happened anywhere else in the world. People die abroad. People die abroad. No, as in normal, people they die. But if person die
Update is
abroad,
coming. Update is coming.
Ava, if person die abroad, okay, if person die abroad, you go know say this person, he not get anywhere where this person for take their life. Like as in, if there's a way for that person to have been alive, person will be alive. That's the thing. Like if someone dies abroad, say this person don't die. He really died. Like now this one, there was no way this person would have been alive. When Salah was talking about this thing, I just remember one of the I took like like a first aid class for, as part of my program when I was doing my program. And, when we had to do, but I'm not a doctor, but what they call this old, when someone, faints or is unconscious and you have to wake the person up and all that. Do you know? I don't know if this happens, if this is in every country, but where I am, do you know that the healthcare system is so robust to the extent that things are not just in the hospital, they are everywhere. So, for example, that thing doctors call defibrillator or something, that stuff you use to shock someone that has electricity to, make someone's heart active again. I'm sure you've seen it in movies. That particular equipment is not just in hospitals. Like, they put it in strategic places along the cities that you could be walking it just somewhere there. Why is it there? So that if someone were to faint now and someone could, there's a first aid person there, you just get there, get the machine and try to resuscitate the person before you are able to get the person to the hospital or something. So that's where people are. That's where countries are. But in Nigeria, you go to the hospital, they tell you there's no bed. You go, they give you one reason or the other. Man, I just it's very frustrating sometimes to see Nigeria under APC. It's very, very, very frustrating, and I really hope we won't have to deal with this for long, and we just get this done with. Really, that's my deepest hope. But nonetheless, I think at this point I'll just hit the mic and maybe Saddam, over to you. Probably want to bring up Jimmy, then we'll continue.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. Wonderful submission as always. Thank you very much, guys. In the spirit of what is happening right now, as there's blood on the ground. I just want to. I'll be reading some tears because there's surplus of tears everywhere. Elon Musk is calling. He said there is climate change on Twitter atmosphere. That it is flooded with the tears of the children of the roasted corn. Children of the evil forest are crying up and down, thinking that they are something, knowing that they are not, knowing that they are nothing. We have been shouting here. We say, even your votes, you did not win election. Your man himself will say, now him money given where he did today. You did not vote for him. None of you have your polling unit results. You think you not come out and be following us and be shouting on Twitter, we don't have polling unit results. And be shouting with us. You don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Eh? I just want to address one. The bigot of all. Let me read one tweet. He said, the ruling party and our information minister, our FBI, our CIA, Harry, you're here. Welcome, eh? No, Allah. But let me read it. Now you will post them. He said, the ruling party largely looks away as its members and supporters are unfairly targeted, attacked, defamed, cyberbullied, and harassed repeatedly. It is unbelievable and sad that what has happened to Nsobu, a supporter of the APC from a state where APC folks are endangered species. I didn't know that there's a state where APC folks are endangered species, though. Now, if person can ask him, you mean APC members are endangered species in Abia State? How? he said, he said, anyone supporting the government in the East is endangered. People have been killed by terrorists. Houses have been burnt. The stories are all over the internet. God have mercy upon us. God have mercy. See the kind of people we are dealing with. This guy is someone that has doctor before his name. He has a doctor before his name. The professional CV merchant. Imagine this guy now designs your CV. He has designed CV for like 2,000 people. They have 2,500. The ones wey intend to design from, they have sacked them just because they thought about it.
Person
No
with
jobs.
the decisive way not get work. Now you bad.
Jimmy, oh, Jimmy, if you're not busy, I'm coming. I don't say that you won't break this thing since. Now me hold you for leg. I hold you for leg. Egu.
In case you don't understand wetin that song mean, say wetin my eye see for Alagbon when I reach house I go explain. That is Orlando Owo. Ohun ojú mi rí lálágbọ́n bí mo délé máa rò nílé ẹnu ò gbàròyìn lálágbọ́n. Kí ló tún kù tí ó ṣe? Kí ló tún kù tí ó ṣe? Ẹni tá a bẹ́ lórí tí ń ṣẹnu wúyẹ́. Kí ló tún kù tí ó ṣe? They cut your head, you still dey make mouth. Wetin you wan do? Wọ́n bẹ́ orí ẹ̀, ó wà ńlẹ̀ ńlẹ̀. Kí ló fẹ́ ṣe? Ẹsẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀ tí mọ̀ nǹkan kan. A ṣẹ̀ ń mẹ́yẹ bọ̀ lápò ni. Welcome. Now let's face a ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. You see? Dr. Olu, ẹ̀ ń wo kòtò ọrùn ni. Kí ló ṣe kábíyèsí? Dr. Olu. Dr. Olu, off your mind.
Dr. Lu dey watch Yoruba movie.
He dey watch kòtò ọrùn. Ẹni ẹlẹ́ni. Obedient, welcome. Thursday edition of Vawulence Space. You see, sọ̀rọ̀. Rántí ẹni tó mọ̀ ń gbọ́. The way we have talkers, we have listeners. I've given you jelly alphabet. There you go. That's another one. The way we have talkers, we have listeners. If you don't have what it takes, don't come on the stage. Saddam said it earlier on. Tinubu is a drug dealer. He's a criminal. I'm not defaming him. It is fact. Shetima na terrorist. It's not defamatory statement. Na legit ne confirm. Akpabio na thief. Confirm. Fact. Yoso oroni. We said it. It's not a statement we just came up with. It is nothing but fact. But you see, when you come on Twitter and you call people names, you just tweet things just to get followers. You tweet things to shape narrative. Bọ́wọ́ bá bà ẹ́ wàá kú sẹ́wọ̀n. Bọ́wọ́ bá bà ẹ́ wàá kú sẹ́wọ̀n. When you go after someone you know you're not even capable of standing next to. When you see these guys, most of them, when you reach airport, they're not feel near your traveling bag. I keep saying it. They're not feel near your traveling bags. Now, when you reach airport, the car will come carry you. Now, that's where you know the difference between you and people that you go back and forth with on Twitter spaces. It's just the beginning. That's how they'll be taking them one by one, one by one, one by one. It's not an illegal thing. When you can talk the talk, ready to face the drum. When they start beating that drum, be ready to dance. Be ready to dance. We're not cutting corners. We're doing everything by the book. Kojubelo, I'm going to focus more on the healthcare, the poor healthcare services in Nigeria now. It's never been, this bad. But you see, under APC, Jesus Christ, Saddam shared his experience a couple of times about what happened to his own father. This was before APC entered. Now, multiply that by how many months? Not about maybe 10 months. Now, multiply that by 10. That is how terrible things are. On this space, right now, we have about 668 people. On this space right now, I can tell you at least 200 people medically. They have one experience or two, terrible medical experience with family member, friends, or extended family members in Nigeria. Fact. Our lovely sister is here, sweet angel. She lost her mom recently. May her soul rest in peace. You know what killed her? Malaria. She mentioned it this morning on a space, and I was like, "What? Malaria? Malaria?" And don't get me wrong, I know malaria kill people, right? But I know deep down inside my heart, there is no amount they won't call malaria drug where this young lady cannot afford. There is no amount they won't call malaria drug where that woman go use to get her healthy. Terrible state of affairs in Nigeria. Recently, a video was circulating of a woman that just gave birth, and she kept complaining about stomach ache, stomach ache, stomach ache. Una see the towel where they come up for that woman belly. Towel, full length towel. They took it out of human being. They were pulling it out. The video was all over the place. I think this was 2 months ago. Towel. I don't know how they. So maybe they're teaching Ashaki. I don't know. I don't understand. Towel. And they were pulling it out. I don't know how they skipped that part, and they actually stitched. It was a CS, obviously, but they stitched this woman's tummy back with a whole towel inside her tummy. It was because she was complaining bitterly. She couldn't sleep. She couldn't pee properly. She couldn't. A lot was going on for her, and that's not the first time she gave birth. She had to go back, and it was during that time they now checked, and they had to open her up again. Jason, I'm on the phone. They had to open her up again to see the towel. They were pulling it out. They were pulling out as if clothes block sock away. It was that terrible. That's the situation of things in Nigeria now. Let's not forget about the aspect of NAFDAC negligence. Customs negligence. Those ones, they have their own demons they are fighting. They have their own cabals they are fighting because people are importing fake drugs. You know, we find Panadol for Nigeria now. No, Panadol don't finish since. Now, chalk, people they swallow now. Chalk. You have no idea how damaged that country is. Now, chalk, people they swallow. Chalk. In fact, some chemists, if you go there, they based on your relationship with them, you tell them you want to buy a specific drug, they will go ask you. Based on the relationship they have with your family, maybe your dad or your mom has been buying something from them for a very long time. They will put that courtesy on you to ask you, Organa fake you want or na original. I can categorically tell you that. They will ask you, now fake you want or original. Or Megan just ask you, who send you? If you say your papa send you, they know okay, may give a guy original. And then they will go inside to bring you the original one. That is how bad, that is how terrible that country is right now. And the sad part is one thing for the country to be this bad, is another thing for it to stay this way. It's keep getting worse every single day. It's gonna keep getting worse every single day. It's not as if we are prophet of doom. It's based on the kinds of people in power. It's based on the capabilities of these people. They have no clue. They don't owe you anything. You didn't vote for them. They did not win. So they don't care about you. They know they spent their hard-earned stolen money to get into power. And everything they are about right now is to get that money back. Everything they're about is to get that money back. I woke up this morning, I was seeing news about Peter Obi is leading by a terrible example. It was on Kano, wear life jacket. Ori yayin ti buru. Ori gbogbo yin ti buru, wear life jacket. Now the stupid narrative, they won't take shift the major one where they ground. Say this man has actually gone out of his way and given life to people in areas they've never seen water in their life, in areas where people share stagnant water with what do you call it, with their livestock, with cow, with goats. They want to change that narrative from the boy. It's DOA, dead on arrival. Kò lè work more. Kò lè work. I don't care whatever you guys want to say about him. He does it as if his life depends on it. He's not doing it to impress anybody. I made a tweet about it a couple of days ago. His picture when he went to Haiti, when they had that terrible earthquake, he went there with his son. They went to Haiti together. And this was, I think, back in 2010 or 2012. And he donated was it $200,000 or $250,000? That's the person, Tom, Dick, and Harry. And then you see all these useless people. They can't get out on without mentioning his name. That's the only way they can actually be happy in a day. Without this man, they cannot gain followers. They cannot gain the traffic they want to pull through. But guess what? You're promoting him every day. We love it. Keep doing it. And magically, what is going on in the northern part of that country right now? I have a cousin, Afis, is in Kano. He told me what is going on right now. Because initially, it was all these Kwakwanso boys and APC. I was more like the only black sheep of the family because me, I stood my ground. Na Labour Party, Peter Obi, ni. But he chatted me up and he was telling me about Gaskia, this Peter Obi, this guy is coming at them. I said, what do you mean? He said, everybody is now talking about Peter Obi. They're now talking about Peter Obi. They're now talking about Peter Obi. I said, aha! I said, this is just the beginning. And one thing I know about those people, I was born in the north, precisely Kano. I lived in Sabongeri for a very long time. One thing about these people, they are hardcore followers. Go, come. The moment they realize you are with them in times of trouble, they will die by your side. They will die by your side. People know they don't, you can't mess with them in that area. They don't care. They go for you that all the way. They go out. When they like you, they go all out. When they dislike you, all out. That is them. Those are the kind of people Peter Obi is now mingling with. Those are the kind of people is a different breed of politician. Killing two birds with one stone. But guess what? He's doing it because he does it for a living. He does it because he believes in helping people. He believes in giving. He believes in helping lives. Besides the fact that he's digging balls, he's empowering people. Not with small money, about 100 people in one state, 100 people in another state, 100 people, just like that. Northerners. I'll keep preaching this. If you like, Lord Lady Mogiri, if there's any tribe, I'm a Yoruba man, any tribe that will change the trajectory of that country, it will be the Igbo tribe. Evidently, they've shown it in how prudent they can be. They've shown it in how industrious they can be. They've shown it in how disciplined they can be. They've shown it in how rugged, persistent they can be.
Look at everything they threw out. APC. Look at everything they threw at them. They frustrated them. They did everything to make sure they don't get through, but they did. Look at what is going on now. Are you seeing how price tickets are going down? No one is talking about the fact that there is now a little bit of much respect for the naira now. No one is talking about that. You see how good the uniform don't work like that's the problem. That's the major problem giving you guys sleepless night. You're not looking at the positive side of it. Me, Leroku call me bastard. Say, as long as I support Peter Obi, I'm a bastard. Kò sí wàhálà, Akpo. Association ni. Olórí àwọn ọmọ àlè. Àbí? Kò sí problem. I have my auntie Bolanle. Àwa ọmọ àlè àti mọ́ra wa báyẹn. Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀
Ìyálójà
ló ní
àwọn
ká
ọmọ
máa sọ.
àlè lèmi.
Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ló ní ká máa sọ òun ọmọ ìyá àsọkúsọ ni. We'll keep saying the facts and the truth the way it is. As long as you say an Igbo man will never be the president of that country, guess what? If that is the will of God, that your prayer has turned into a curse in your life. Because as long as you keep praying that prayer, you will never find a better country. You will never move ahead in life. You will never prosper in life. Because the only person, the only tribe that can bring that prosperity to your country where you will have to prosper is an Igbo man. And you've refused because of your bigotry. But once you will DM me already, don't worry, I will attend to you guys. I'm giving submission now. Because of your bigotry, you've decided to blindfold yourself. Because the problem. Let it be that way. And see how it's going to end for every single one. You want to be like Senegal. Senegal didn't just jump into it. Jason, I'll be with you in a minute. Senegal didn't just jump into it. They had to go through tough time. That guy was jailed. He came from prison. He became the president. They hit the streets. They protested. They stood their ground. They did something. They yelled out. The whole world saw it. At a point in time, something gotta give. When that time comes, we go all day here. We'll be here to see how it's going to play out. Thank you so much, guys. I think well-meaning dropped. Saddam, if you want to pull him back up, welcome to Violence Space Thursday edition. Nice to have you guys around. I see the regular here. Ada, Pels, I see you, Mr. Steven, Sarah Ibrahim. Lege Lege can destroy. You're already destroying from distance. I see you. Non-conformity. Dare, Tommy, Omega X, sweet child. I see you, my sister. Anka Dede, God bless you. Gregory, Willie E, Liberty, Champion. Wilfred, cartoonist. Thank you, my brother. Dan Olawumi, North Ray, God's Will, Call Me Lexi, Polonium, Grace Ella, Peter Obi's Child, Justice, Mr. Kolade, Fatah Ibrahim King, every single one of you. God bless you. Thanks for coming. Thursday edition. We're here to speak the truth to power. And we'll keep doing that every Tuesday, every Thursday. Thanks for joining, guys. Back to you, Saddam.
I beg you, wait for your turn. We must learn a lesson. A lesson must be learned. Guys, welcome to the Violence Space. It's been an amazing evening with you guys on the platform today, in the midst of the whole hula baloo going on around. We're trying to find fun out of the whole stuff, but I'll be reading updates as the tiers go on. But right now, sorry, I didn't see how to bring you back up late. I will just be reading some of the tiers. Please, if you see any tiers I think is interesting to share, reach out to me, and I will do the honors of reading it. Please, before we go on, guys, we are still trending. Thank you, Peter Obi. It is important we do that trend for 1 week. Can we be religious enough to say 1 week, every day I wake up, all my tweets I'll make today, hashtag thank you, Peter Obi, will follow it. Let us, as we're on the platform, over 700 of us right now, please, let's make 700 tweets right now with the hashtag thank you, Peter Obi. Attach it with pictures, whatever it is. Let us keep thanking that man for the great things he's doing for the country. We can see, you see with projects in this country, if you do something, people go see them. People will feel it. Governance is not rocket science. In 10 months of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there is nothing he has done than bring hardship to Nigerians. Pain, suffering, tears to Nigerians. And we are feeling it and we are seeing it. If he had gone around constructing boreholes across, so you see what Peter Obi has done in the space of 2 months with his private money. He's running the country with his private money. And we are seeing real-time results. So please, use the hashtag thank you, Peter Obi. Let us keep it trending. But before I open up the floor right now, I want to read a tears from the roasted corn. Please. Somebody said, let me read from the field marshal of the Jagaban army. He said, it is when there is their English self, they even blind me. Like say I can solve a drink Gary. Because if they drink Gary, they mix charm with reading this English. If you just go blind. It is oh God. It's when there is crisis, you remember that your Israel exists. When he is making effort to strengthen the youth wing to protect our members from these kind of situations, you people undermine him and create factions. When Kasala boss, you won't have the boldness to tag the people you should. Anyway, I have played my part and escalated the matter as far as my powers reach. You undermine the party and youth wing because you dislike Dayo. But when there are issues, you want him to be Spider-Man. Oh God. You cannot undermine a structure and system and yet want it to be effective. Oh, Nsobu will come out strong. We will play our part, inshallah. No wahala. No wahala. Guys, welcome to the Vawulence space. My own is just to be laughing and be having fun and to be telling people, please do not defame anybody. Do not defame anybody. Ha! Sarah Ibrahim, they don't they don't use Sarah Ibrahim. If they catch you, if they catch you, hey. Okay, one minute, let me send the mic back to you, please, so you can just
Yeah,
bring up our speakers, man. Thank you, my brother.
so
Thank
that,
you guys for your patience. Everyone that requested for the mic, we see you all. Everybody's gonna have a chance to speak today. It's gonna be an amazing space today. We will have fun and laugh. But please keep tweeting with the hashtag. Thank you, P2B. It is very, very important. God bless you all. Let's go on.
yeah. All right,
Go on,
thank you very
please.
much, Saddam. I mean, you were just saying. I needed. I just wanted before I bring in Mommy B, then we'll go to Malam Jabir. I needed to point this out again because sometimes when all these things happen, it happens and people forget where it starts from. So I think even for APC people, I think everybody should understand this. That this was not normal banter. So the truth is that if that guy had just tweeted and said, "Oh, be like say I suspecting as Saddam, now they give that money," oh, it would have banter. Like if he has tweeted with his own handle, I'm sure Saddam will not notice. Everybody will rest. Let's understand because it needs to be very clear. This guy forged a tweet using Sarah Ibrahim's handle accusing Saddam, like he forged a tweet. It has to be very, very clear. So for people to hey, justice. So except what you are pushing for is APC, let's use our power. That one is fine. But what you are pushing for is not justice. Just say if you are pushing for APC, let's use our federal power and take him out, and bye bye to law. We are used to it. There's no law in Nigeria, but that's not. Don't say you are pushing for justice. And one thing is, if that were to happen, then we can all of us. Harry will bring the app that the way they do am. So I can as well stay in my house, use Tinubu's, construct a tweet using Tinubu's handle, and tweet something and share it and say, oh, Tinubu yesterday tweeted and he deleted it, and he was tweeting about drugs. In fact, people won't believe that one because they have evidence to back it up. You understand? So even if you want to be crazy, just know where you want. You know where say the craze won't stop. And if you say, oh, you can tweet anything, do your banters, but if you forge a tweet, you cross the line. A criminal, you don't enter be that. You don't be you are a criminal at that point. It has to be very clear. Banter and criminality are not are not the same thing. Mommy B, go ahead.
Ah, 1 minute. Good evening, everyone from my side. Mr. Dam, Jimmy, how are you, hon? Ah, Malam, every time Malam sends me an update, I just smile. Okay, we're back here again. Unfortunately, I missed your submission, and I know that submission. I have to go and listen to it because I know I missed out big time. I apologize. You know how I was confronted with Lagos traffic in my neck of the woods. So much so I had to drive like a Lagos driver in order to get home after sitting in one spot for 2 hours. So that is why my sincere apologies. Anyway, we're here again. Awesome. I don't hear the crying is be here. They're crying. In fact, they should continue to cry. Well, I mean, I love that you brought it back to that so that people actually understand. Because when they're crying, they forget exactly what he did. Right? And we're very clear about it. Right? When it comes to matters like this, we unlike them, right, will not use our whatever who we know, how we know it or whatever to abuse the process, right? You did something. It is fraud. You don't know. Yeah, okay. So that is why he's where he is. And uh, they will be helping him when he comes back. Can help him massage his dollop head. Mm, and they will tell him don't do it again, because at the end of the day, the loud mouthed non-entity, right, thinks he thinks he and he thinks he's more than being just a miscreant, but it's exactly what he is he's a miscreant. So that's it. The water project, I like the tears, he plenty. I also like those who are backtracking, right? Because they are being confronted by their own people, lambasting them. That's why they're backtracking. Right. And that I've seen all manner of propaganda that they're trying to push. It will not work. Because whether they like it or not, Pio saw a need, he met that need. If they want to cry, they should go and cry to the senator for that senatorial district, to the House of Rep for that place, to the state governor. Because if it is not shameful, I don't know what else to call it, right? For you, to be claiming, you get money from the center, you get money, you say constituency projects, and you cannot give people basic amenities, right? I mean, like I said somewhere, I think it was on the space, whether it's yesterday or day before, I can't even remember anymore. Right, 150 children die yearly from diarrhea due to them not having access to clean water. So these people are dying from waterborne diseases, right, in 2024. And they are coming up and they're talking. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. There's no two ways about it. And that said, that I'm just going to quickly go to the healthcare. right? Back in 2018, thereabouts, I think they said it was a ratio 2.32 to 3 point something something, right? Was the ratio. And now, as at 2022, it is a ratio of 4 doctors to 10,000 people. 4 doctors to 10,000 people. Right, the healthcare. I remember when we were doing those spaces, Dr. Olu, Archibu, all of them that were doing those spaces where they were talking about their experiences in Nigeria, right? Basic healthcare, they. If you think about it, that young man that died, right? Basic CPR. It is not hospitals that teach them here, right? St. John Ambulance and other voluntary organizations do training throughout the year over and over and over again, where they will do that training. You as an individual can go and learn. And I know a lot of moms, people, when they become parents, right, they go and learn. Right. If you have had a child has almost died in your hands, because I can remember when my first son was 11 months old, and his lung collapsed. He had, I don't know how, they said he had an asthma attack. His childminder force fed him and it went onto his lungs. His lung collapsed. And basic CPR is why I still have this son today. When I think about the kind of things that people die from, right? Where, basic CPR could have given that person a fighting chance. It just tires me. And it's like when people, so, someone was saying to me today, oh, the doctors, and I was like, you know what? Do you know how much pressure they're under? Right? Do you know that some of them work without getting paid? Do you know, God bless Alex Oti, who has decided to increase the pay for doctors in his state. Right? They are working under wartime conditions. Wartime conditions. Healthcare in Ukraine is better than Nigeria, and they're at war. See how they carry that man when normal, they're not supposed to move him, right? In that way. I don't even know. I mean, it's like, it is sad. It is so sad. And, every time my mom says she's not coming to the UK for her annual health check, I tell her, because mom, come, just come. Because I remember when she had an accident and I think there was cut in her hand. She went to a hospital to have it stitched. Right, they left something inside. Mom was feeling feverish and everything. She kept on complaining. Right, it was then my brother then said, you know what? Before you decide that you want to start drinking holy water, yeah, let's go back. And there was something left inside it. Had caused an infection. And I can just imagine if my brother didn't live at home, right, what would have happened? People ask me why I don't want to come back to Nigeria. Me that I have had 22 operations, I would have been dead if I was in Nigeria. I would have been dead. Yeah, so I don't even, there's no way to sweat. My mom always says to me, whenever I said in the past I was coming home, my mom was like, remember your health. She said this one that we are criticizing the NHS. At least you can pick up the phone and you can call, you get an ambulance that will come. While you're on the phone, if CPR is needed, they'll be advising you on the phone there and then. Right? Do this, do this. What is happening? They'll talk you through it to the ambulance arrives and the rapid response team arrives if it is a situation where somebody's having a heart attack or something dire. I mean, may his soul rest in peace. But Niger healthcare is shit, and I tell you this: as long as we have people like Tinubu in Aso Rock, it will not get any better. It will not. Let us just face that reality. And then me, I'm yielding now before when ministers waving at me.
Mommy B, I just the chukulukuli for March. Just can't talk finish. Eh? All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's quickly go to Madam Jabri. After Madam Jabri, I'll come to Arewa Chick. Then, please, on the speaker section, you want to speak, just ensure your hands up. Look, after the I'll come to Dr. Oduari. I'll come to you. I know you have information. Manager, go ahead.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Um, am I audible?
Yep.
All right. Just want to make a little comment about this water project that Peter Obi has been doing in the northern part of the country. You know what I want to tell people. You know, we the northerners, we have one thing. Sometimes, or let me say, in most cases, we don't usually talk. You know, we don't make noise. We don't know how to make noise. Many of us are not good at that. But once they've lived in something and they want to do that thing and they are ready to do it, I can tell you whether they speak or not, they will do that thing and nobody can stop them from doing that thing. This borehole project is actually yielding a positive outcome because the kind of impact that is making, I don't even know how to explain it. People are happy. Most of the people that are making unnecessary noise on social media, you know, they are just doing it for political reasons. But the people that benefited from the project are really grateful because they have been praying, praising, you know, and praying, and praying for Peter Obi because for over 50 years that most of the people that rule this country, they are from the northern part of the country and still people are struggling to get water. We are not talking about other, basic life needs, just common water. But look at what Peter Obi is doing suddenly. So he has become topic of discussion in the north. As I said, most of the people, are not on social media. Majority of the people, even they are on social media, they are not kind of people that will tweet or write something on social media. But whenever they are in their majalisa, they will be speaking. I Peter Obi. He did project in Zaria. I heard that he did project in Kano. I heard that he did ball in Kebbi, Sokoto, and whatsoever. So that's how we spread message. Sometimes from just conversation in the market, when traveling in the garages. That's how message spread in the north, not on social media. For instance, now if you should go to Meshai place and sit down, before you leave that place, you'll hear, Kai, you know what happened? I heard that Naji Peter Obi, he did borehole in Zaria. Yes, how can Nima Naji? So from there, when he go back to home, he will start gisting his wife. His wife, when she go to Kiso, she will start telling her friend, you see that Igbo man, he did borehole. So you see, this is how message spread in most cases in the northern part of the country. And we are happy because we know the kind of feedback we are getting from the people. So all those people that you're seeing making unnecessary noise online, they are just paid to do that thing. So that is why I want to appeal. I also warn some of our people that please, dragging is allowed, even insulting is allowed. Insult the person that insulted you is allowed. But stop destroying what we are building. Because our aim now, every blessed day, we are working tirelessly to see that we bring more people on board, and we are doing that, and people are seeing what we are doing. So, but anytime they see someone from our camp tweeted something or say something, they will screenshot it and forward to us. Oh yeah, Jabit, see, you have been telling us to join you, but look at what your people are saying. So that is my only problem with people. If Mr. A drag you or insult his father. That is your own problem. But stop, don't generalize his ethnicity, his region or religion. No, no, please. Stop destroying what we are building. Nobody is paying us. We are doing this. We are spending our time, energy, and resources just to make sure that we have in Nigeria. Because in this country, we are the people that are suffering the most. When you come to the healthcare, sometimes if you go to some primary healthcare and you will see that people and goats are sharing the same hall. You will see goat immediately after 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. when the goats are about to sleep. They'll just go to the primary health cares and sleep. And that is how they will be sharing the same hall with human beings. So you see, we have all reason to support person that will change the narrative, because we cannot continue like this. So please and please, if someone insult you, insult his father. If someone drag you, drag him. Stop generalizing. And as I'm talking to you, there are so many people that have decamped from APC. I said they don't make noise. Not be say even they are just not good at making noise. But even tomorrow, as I'm talking to you, and there are some people that left APC and they are going to join us. They are not joining Labour Party, they are joining Obedient Movement. That's what they told me, because that's what they believed in. And tomorrow I will share with you the information how we are going to, welcome them into the Obedient Movement. We are already making all necessary arrangements for that, and they are very uh, important people in their communities, people with relevance, people with unquestionable integrity, and people with political value. So just imagine we are bringing them. Just imagine how many people they are going to bring. Like me now, I know many of you have started noticing new house handles on Twitter. I brought more than 150 people on this Twitter just to start moving uh obedient movement. But what, as I said, they are the kind of people that they don't know how to make noise. It's not as if they are not interested or want to do that. No, that's the nature in the north. Once someone said I will do that thing, that person will do that. I know the person that I recruited that has recruited more than 100 people now in Sokoto State. And most of the borehole project of Peter Obi that I supervise, he supervised it and he brought more people. So please, let's try and always follow them, appreciate what they are doing. From there, then before you know, I said what I'm always telling people is by 2027, we don't have to waste our time, energy, and resources campaigning, because what Peter Obi is doing, he has already finished campaign. All we need to do is just to make sure that we continue from where he stopped. So please and please, let's try as much as possible to be good ambassadors of this movement wherever we find ourselves. Dragging is allowed. Me too, I know how to drag people. If you insult me, I will insult you. But I will not insult your ethnicity or religion. So please and please, we should be very mindful of what we say. We should have some emotional intelligence. We should know how to control our emotions whenever something comes up. Thank you very much. And sorry, one more last thing. Please, this project that we are pushing, please and please, we should try as much as possible to support this project, because even today, the people of that community, they called me. How far? Those people were like they are traveling. Under, the weather of Sokoto is fucking, not funny at all. You will see temperature for 3, 44, up to 45 degrees. That's how women and children are traveling for over 15 kilometers just to get water. Can you imagine? So please, we should try as much as do that one. And do you know that the population of that village is up to 12,000? They have more than 9 polling units. They even promised me, even though we are not going to do this for political purpose, we are going to do it, for the purpose of humanity, not because of their political reasons or whatsoever. This is humanity. But with that, I can tell you, they said they are ready to pay back whenever we want them to pay back. So please, let's support this project with whatsoever we have by retweeting, publicity, and whatsoever. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very
I,
much, Malam Jabri. That was very. I like that you say that. The unfortunate thing is that there's enough mumu in Nigeria to go around. So even some people that pretend they are obedient still exhibit some mumu. In fact, the truth is that the obedience that I have blocked, the only obedience I used to block are the ones that play bigotry cards. Once I see it, I have blocked you straight. So you can't, if you say you are obedient, there's no way you can be a bigot. If you are a bigot, really check yourself. And some of you, you know in your mind, you know. I mean, I don't need to tell you.
I don't. When we don't know verse of it,
Mm.
I don't. I don't. One, I block one. He enter my DM with Bonner. Say you block me. I just look. I go space where I hear him when he dey talk. This the bigotry. I tell us go and listen to yourself on that space. Go and listen to yourself on that space.
Yeah.
You're not different. The moment you do any amount of bigotry, you are not different from. You know you don't want. You are not different from from the next person out there, no matter where you come from, no matter what you think, no matter how you reason things. If bigotry is your innate behavior, no. You don't follow.
Yeah.
You're part of the problem of the country.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking.
I think for some people think, oh, bigot, when the person is bigot, it's only meant for someone, people, Yoruba people, or it's only, Fulani, or it's only Omo, you need to go and check the meaning of bigotry for yourself. Once what comes to your mind first is your tribe. You might say you are a bigot. Just know this and know peace. And like Malam is saying, let's avoid that generalization. Peter Obi is doing a lot of work in the north, and let's understand that these people don't have the same temperament. The temperament in Nigeria is not the same. They don't these are people that have different values. You might say, I beg you, what is this? They used to talk about Christianity anyhow every time. It doesn't matter why be saying if we talk. I mean, it's their value. If you feel like people talking about Christianity is a problem, you also speak against it. So if they too feel like they don't want you to talk about their religion in some kind of way, as much as possible, also avoid it. So and especially in a general perspective, I think the problem oftentimes is that generalization. Please let's try to desist from it. Monbi, I see your hand is up. So
Yeah, sorry. Malam, Shebi, you for sell market more than that now. I mean, thank you to thank you to all those who have donated. We really appreciate it. But we need more money. Come on, we need to do this. I was saying to Malam the other day, I was like, the money is not coming in as quickly as I usually get when we have projects going, and we usually ask. He's like, country is hard. I said, I know, but no. On a more serious note, it's a laudable, project to support. We are planning to expand it. Malam's in the know. There are other key people in the north that will be involved in that project. Obedient Water project. And I feel like if we're putting money into anything, we should put money into this, because I mean, Malam has said it himself, the impact is I mean, apart from the humanitarian kind of side to things, but the impact, when you're changing the narrative in the north generally, people will understand, get to know PO the more, and also understand that the movement is not about the South, it is about Nigeria. Right. So let us use projects like this to promote the obedient cause. So please, it's on the Jumbotron. Please donate to it. And also, before I yield the mic, well-meaning Saddam, have you checked your repost? Over 700 people, 800 people plus, and you only have 132 reposts. I don't talk Amu. Oh yeah, I have said my own.
no, the ones who never repost now, Badu now, Badu's never repost. So she's not repost.
Are you telling me that 600 plus Agbados are on
Now
this
it's what
are
I'm
on this
beginning to suspect now. So that's
ah Saddam, you should say okay until people repost the space, share the space. No more talking, because I'm not understanding why we have see people are quickly reposting. I mean, is that's you obviously when you come here you gain something. Repost now. We cannot be hearing all of this and not allowing others to come and join us. Let everybody here help us repost. No vex. Let me use the mic before
all right. Thank
somebody.
you very
Auntie,
much.
Auntie Bolanle, almost half of the people here are APC. They've come here to a drop to find out information, because now the senior progressives, as we get senior obedience, key obedience and padlock,
Key
they have
obedience, bro.
senior progressives. Yeah, those ones are now looking into the matter.
This is what Jimmy. This is what we call them.
Look at it, attack dogs. Oh God. Anyway, thank you, thank you very much for review. All right, about Chief.
Guys,
Let's
please share the space within the space.
yeah.
I know I understand what Mbala is saying. Please, if you join us on the platform and you love what we're doing here, you love what we're saying here, you're enjoying the conversation, share the space within the space and get more people into the building. That's how we do on the platform. Is the violence space, and you're welcome. All right, let's go back to our speakers. Thank you guys. Welcome,
Yeah,
please,
all right, about
back to
Chief.
you.
Let's quickly have you, after which I'll come to Dr. Olu. Then we'll take Ari.
Good evening. Thank you, well meaning. Good evening, Ambassador. Good evening, everyone. Um, Madam Jabir has practically said everything that I needed to re-echo, but notwithstanding, I'm just going to speak about, I'm still going to reiterate some, the aspect of this water project. Like, I'm going to use this opportunity to publicly thank Peter Obi for this, because I I cannot, like, most of us still don't understand the level at which this water project is causing problem in the north. And when I mean it's causing problem, I mean it's causing tsunami of northerners to be awakened. Like, it's like when you are in chains and you gradually are finding a way to break free from your chain. That's what is happening right now. A lot of people are waking up. A lot of northerners are realizing that indeed there was somebody who was actually better than all the people that they sold to us. How come we didn't see this? How come we're just seeing this now? And let's not say maybe because of the hardship. Yes, the hardship is adding to that. But seeing somebody who they sold to them in a bad light, or who they are told them is the worst thing that would happen if he was given an opportunity, suddenly that person came to their rescue in their time of need. Peter Obi's water project right now is countering all the negativities, all the bad things that have been said about him. There are times that they will say action speaks louder than voice. That's what is happening right now. He doesn't need to go and say, I am this, I am good, I am this, trying to, speak good about himself. But let it, and when someone's action speaks, there is a way it drives home the point better than when somebody use their mouth to say good things about themselves. They didn't see this coming. And I can bet you that if you take your time, obedience, just through posts that has people, the unfortunate just throw through this post, especially those that are coming from the northern handles that are kind of talking down on this water project. Now, not just go through the comment section. That's where you will see the real juice. The real juice is in the comment section. Some heartwarming comments, and they are not coming from fellow obedience, or call it the juice. The main juice you're looking for is in the comment section. They're not coming from fellow obedience. They're coming from people who either never even supported him, never even liked him, never even never even are the ones suddenly, speaking truth to power. There is something about an average northerner just to standing with truth. Like when something they know that this is the truth, and in all ramification,
Am I just the
As
one?
I was
Can I
about.
help?
Is it just me or Arawachik? I think you keep breaking off.
Oh, really? You
Yeah,
can't hear me now?
I mean you can hear you, but it ceases at intervals. So, but just go ahead, listen.
Oh, no, sorry. Okay.
You're doing
So
like
there's something.
one pasta.
Bego, the reached head. Palm. So there's something about the average northerner. An
Yeah, no, Arawachik. I think you may need to drop and then
average.
come back. Yeah, like
Okay.
we are losing a huge part of your submission.
Yeah, I mean, well meaning to everyone on the space. If you're not using the laptop or computer, I just realized that there's a new update of Twitter. I had the same issue I had, so I had to update it. So if you want to do that before coming up, it will make things much more easier. Back to you.
Yeah.
Just to add more, honestly speaking, what this lady has shared to me in the DM has just I will share to some people that you want to see. Just you will be shocked what's happening in the north. Honestly speaking, I think you might see how subtle her submission is. I feel she's yet to realize the extent of what this Pio's water project is doing in the north. The things she shared with me in the DM that I saw, you will be shocked. So please, it just emphasizes on what Ibrahim, sorry, Malam Jabir was just saying here. There are thousands of northerners, obedient northerners, that are waking up every single day with every project Peter does in the north. Every day, people's eyes are being woken. It's just like the chains, the chains of a prison have been broken and set free, and people are just walking out freely to see things for themselves. And please, do not look at it and act like, oh, why didn't they wake up since? No. When somebody wakes up, it's the person's morning, and you give that person good morning. Please. Aruwati, you can come in now.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm sure you can hear me clearly right now. It's not breaking again, right?
Yeah, for
Okay.
now.
So, the average northerner, as I was saying, has a way of standing with truth. Like when they say something is the truth, you've checked it character wise, your values, religiously, it's not going out of place. And when they stand with it, they are they are die hard with it. So, and if you when they stand with you, they stand with you. Now, an average northerner is not somebody. There's what Hausa people call dogomburi. Like they are not looking out to go beyond what like they're contented with what God has blessed them with. All they're asking you for is just give us those basics that that will make our life easier. They're not looking for the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, and all those things. They just want something that will make their life comfortable. So imagine someone who has nothing to do, no position to hold in the north. He's not a senator, he's not an House of Rep member, he's not any of these positions that are in the north that have to, like they have their sole task is to ensure that they do things for their community to make life easy for them. This same man happened to be the same person that they sold to them as someone who is a terrible person. So all I'm asking us to do now is there is a tsunami going on in the north. I don't want to say more than that. And I can tell you that something is cooking, like seriously cooking. I only indulge us. I crave our indulgence as obedience, please. Just like Saddam said, don't be quick to say, oh, where were you? Because I can guarantee you, I saw a post. I think I saw a post on somebody's timeline, in Northern timeline, who was praising the work of Peter Obi. And I think somewhere along the line, this person fell off and said maybe and stopped supporting Peter Obi along the line. And for some reason, the person is now talking good about what Peter Obi is doing in the north. And I can tell you, I can't count how many obedience I saw on that comment section saying, but you did this, but you did. Please, I don't think this is the time. Yeah, I know it hurts, but please, let's focus on the good part, on the good side. Let's consolidate on the bridge that our principal is building, because there is a lot to come out from that, and at the end it will be to our own benefit. The fact still remains, we are not selling something that is wrong to these people. As long as the North knows that this thing is right and it doesn't contravene anything religiously or character-wise or value, they will stick with you. All they ask you is do the basics for them. Just make life easy for them. Give them that thing, those things that are their rights as citizens to enjoy. They're not asking you to come and give them basmati rice or anything. They are not, just give them something that will make their life easy and would subsequently propagate whatever business that they are doing. So please, let's tone down on our attacks when we see those kind. Oh, and where were you in 2023? Oh, you're just waking up. Don't worry, no, let the sufferings. See, this is not time for sarcasm. I see a lot of those sarcasm, and I can tell you that this is not the time. Because when I saw what I saw, I can tell you categorically that I know what I have done with the handfuls that I've seen. And I can tell you the positive move this has yielded. So please, let's harness and further see how we can build this bridge with these people, so that we let them understand that it's not like there is something hidden here. It's just that this person is ready to allow Nigeria, to make Nigeria work for you, the poor. It's possible for the person is telling you, come, I can make Nigeria work for the rich and work for the poor too. The country doesn't have to only work for only the rich as usual. We can make the country work for the poor people too. So please, obedience, let's sheathe our swords. Let's draw these people close. Let's try to get to know them. Let's help them see the light more. Because I was shocked when I saw the number of people that were supporting the PO's project on time, on the comment section. See, they were so heartwarming that I couldn't help it. But do the needful. I won't say what I'm doing, but something is cooking. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Arewachi. Thank you. I totally agree with you. I mean, nobody's saying you should hug and kiss and, but at the very least, if you don't, like, you can't say anything. I mean, it's okay to just be quiet. Like, if you don't have, if the only thing you really want to do is laugh or be sarcastic at such, maybe tweets or something, just keep quiet.
Let me help and explain these things to our people here and to understand. See, we should understand that there's a deep-seated animosity in Nigeria that has come from our wicked past. Nobody's going to come and act or play God or play saint or play like we don't know that we have a very horrible past. Things have happened, lives have been lost, people have died. So that animosity has been passed on from generation to generation. And even you wake up right now, especially if I say you wake up right now, you see some people, you wonder why a kid that has no hate in them all of a sudden begin to hate someone. It's because of all this animosity. And when we are dealing with such instances, we should understand that it comes from the fact that we can't trust ourselves. There's no trust. So for you to build this trust, it's not, you don't force it on people. You don't try to push it on people. You should be able to understand that they will take their own time because they're not zombies. And they will read through everything that is happening right now. It's a process. This is a process you should understand. Please. So don't look at it like, oh, but we have tried our best to make them see that Peter Obi is a good person. Don't fail that to understand that these people, many of them have been indoctrinated and enshrined right from childhood to not to do anything with an Igbo man first. Then you now come to a system whereby Peter Obi is fighting the establishment that controls all the mainstream media, all the radios, the TVs, and all what they have been putting in their head is he wants to bring Biafra, he wants to do this, he wants to do his IPOB, he is this, he is that, He pursued Muslim people when he was a governor. He gave Muslim people ID card. He demolished mosques. He did this, and you don't have. They're not on Twitter. All they're listening to is through their radios. Peter Obi has no means of defending himself. How do you expect such people to come out and vote Peter Obi? Let's tell ourselves these truths. So Peter is telling himself now to the North, this is who I am. I am not what you heard on your radio. I'm not what they told you in the mocks. I'm not what they told you in the Manalisa. This is me. And they're seeing it for themselves that, these people, they relied on top this man name. And they're coming to that terms. As human beings, what do? We open up our hands and embrace them. This is important. So we don't, this work Peter Obi is doing, he should not be doing 100. We will be doing 1,000 online. Because another thing you don't understand is that they are not on Twitter like we are. Or even if they're on Twitter, they're silent. But this your tweet, you will tweet now, or you say now, they'll be screenshotting it and be sending it to them. And they'll be saying, oh, so please, very, very important to
Madam,
understand this
you
thing.
see this thing you just
Go
said
on, please,
now.
bro.
I say it every time. Like, I have a lot of, like, my colleagues are predominantly Northerners. During before election, before I, traveled, before election, every day, there was one of my colleagues, every day, I needed to reconfigure this guy on Peter Obi did not drive Northerners out of this thing. He did not see the Shukari ID card. The next day, Magana, is it not this Peter Obi? I was like, no. It was like literally every day. It was, I won't lie, I became pretty much tired. So it's what you just said now is very important. And this thing about screenshots, I also belong to a group of colleagues. So I see when they bring screenshots sometimes. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about enlightened people. These are people that haven't schooled abroad. But I'm talking about schooled in the UK. It's not even, so it's not, don't think it's somebody that grew up in the village. These are even the enlightened ones. So, like I said earlier, we have like different temperament, and it's high time we know that and see where we can meet each other halfway. It's very important. Dr. Olu, please go ahead. I know you just see healthcare. You just stand. Healthcare. Go ahead.
Well, actually, you are very right. Anyway, I think that is the main reason why I want to talk about, because I have passed the level of talking about the competence of my own principal. So to me, it's just a collaborated effort. That's why I hardly talk about it for a long time. But what I just want to say here is just to actually the incident that happened in concerning the person that passed away, and in the last couple of days has really given me a lot of deep reflection. Although it's something that we are known, like it has become a normal thing. But the challenges is that how low can we go? And it's just probably to it's my contribution today is just to give an enlightenment to people and to let you know that as we always say, all of us, especially people that are in Nigeria, we are just 5 minutes away from the other side. And I've always been an advocate of the fact that anything that is beyond malaria and typhoid fever it's almost like you are gone. So in reality is that there are some specific. I'm not saying people should befriend people like me, but it is important for you, if you are still in the country, to have people that have a very sound knowledge about health system as friend. The same way you are eager to befriend a lawyer, a police officers, even a pastors, your daddy GOs. It is also going to benefit you more if you have people that are medically knowledgeable to help you when to make certain decisions. Because the reality is, majority of diseases or majority of complications that is being presenting or happening in Nigeria are something that is easily avoidable if you get adequate information on time. And that is the reality. When people talk about, I've been in the UK for a couple of years now. When people talk about the UK system, you go to emergency departments, you wait for hours, you wait for 6 hours in the hospital, 4 hours before you see doctors. The reality is, number one, apart from maybe paracetamol and ibuprofen as one or two eye drops, 90% of medication have to be prescribed by medical doctors. So which means that it is not easy for you to just go to pharmacy and get medication. So people are forced to come to the hospital if they don't have GP appointment. And by so doing, crowded the system. And most, or at least an emergency department, majority of the treatment are free, especially in the investigations. Then there is no way you are not going to wait. But the point here is,
it is unlikely for a doctor to see you in Hindi without being able to do a basic investigation for you, and it is likely for them to pick any problem. So it is easy for them to tame anything that can actually cause an harm. Maybe you're a 50-year-old man come to chest with chest pain. There's no way a doctor will not do an ECG. So which means it's easy for him to at least pick whether you have an underlying heart pathology, which we in Nigeria don't have access to. But the reality is, if what happened to this guy happened in this particular developed country, number one, there's what we call rapid response. Bolande has been saying it. I have experienced, in fact, it was last week or this week, is one of my people one of the patients I saw, and I have to just curiously ask the man that, the husband, that how, when you call the ambulance, how many minutes the ambulance responded? Because I know that once ambulance, when they call ambulance, it's coming, because to me, I was surprised that within 5 minutes. I cannot just say for 2 minutes, because I was wondering how is it that those ambulance people were beside you, but that is the reality here. So which means we don't have those access in Nigeria. So for you as a person, for you to at least follow your head, you have to be curious about whatever you are doing and whatever you are feeling, and seek advice as soon as possible. Don't assume that, I know many people, I believe in God, but the reality is God creates some people to help people. So you have to know when to seek advice. You can't just wake up one day and discover that you are having back pain or from nowhere, and one of your your two legs is becoming weaker, and you assume that maybe it's stress. My brother, is not stress. Let a doctor confirm to you that it's stress, and you can go and sleep. But the funniest thing is, the good brains are even leaving Nigeria, which means, I don't know, it's just likely going to be a vicious cycle, because to come to this part of the world, you have to write exams, and passing an exam requires you to be very sound. And unfortunately, people that are much more sound are the ones that are actually passing. But no matter how it is, I just want to encourage us on this space is that if the more you believe you have a daddy GO as your pastor, it is important to have a family doctor or a doctor as a friend, so that when you experience anything that looks strange, it's not about, everything is not malaria, everything is not fever. There is one thing that, and everything is not muscle pain. Once you experience something that you feel is not just normal, if at least, because I know consultation is I know people don't have financial capability to go to the hospital, but if you have someone that is your friend, call my guy, how far? You be like, say, I just dey feel like one of my eyes is becoming, I can't see clearly, one of the eyes is becoming blurry. Fine, the doctor may be forced to ask you to do some investigations, but at least you need to seek an opinion. Because that is one of the reasons why people in this developed world live longer. Because it's easy for doctors to pick most of those things. And another thing is, just to let us know that we actually live in a jungle. I think there is a popular tweet that Dr. Fumilayo was tweeting. A lady that a car fell on top, or a trailer fell on his car, on her car, was waiting for crane to come and carry, and for hours, almost 4 or 5 hours, nobody came to her rescue. At the end of the day, the person passed away. That is the kind of country we are living. That cannot happen in any developed. Even I don't expect that thing to happen in Ghana. So it is very sad. CPR is very easy to learn. If you watch, those are the simple, basic things that everybody needs to know. You need to have, because it's not about, and it's not about whether you have I'm not praying that you should need it. I have witnessed several CPR that has become successful. Several. In fact, there is one that personally in my hospital, I felt in my mind when they were doing the CPR, I started. I don't need to say that I left, but I was like, no, there is no way. But lo and behold, this person make it. So it is one of the simplest things we are doing. When they brought the guy from the river, in as much as it has not been confirmed medically dead, the simple thing they should do is to be doing the CPR. But what are they doing? They were shouting, they were praying, they were shouting. Hey, that is the typical African system. And that thing can happen to anybody. I'm very sure the guy is not a poor guy. He's very wealthy. But the question is, look at the kind of life, look at how things happen, including people like Muhammad. So my own advice is that apart from you having somebody that is knowledgeable as friend that can give you an advice, especially medical advice, very sound friend, it is also important for you to learn some of those basic skills. How to prevent somebody from choking. You have seen a lot of people, I've watched a lot of people will be hitting in the restaurant and somebody will choke. I've seen it in Nigeria where the patient presented BID that is brought in dead. Just because they were hitting dinner and my father's choked before they come, nobody knows how to do all those procedures. It's a very, very simple, available procedure. You don't need to be a doctor before you can do that. Then CPR is very important. I can't be telling you how to do CPR. Simple Google video, YouTube will actually put you through. These are the simple, because now heaven help those who help themselves. Nigeria is not going to help you. Nigeria is not going to teach you all these things. We don't have all these facilities. Most people get employed even in teaching hospital. They don't even have what we call BLS. BLS is basic life support. Ideally, for any health professionals to get job in all these kind of situations, supposed to have this as much as BLS, but we don't even do it. Not to talk of a layman. So my own advice for you or for us on this space, as obedient, is that one, anywhere you find yourself, if you have been to the hospital, if you have anybody that is a health professional, it's not necessary to be a doctor, but at least if you have a doctor as a friend, which unfortunately the ratio is now becoming 1 to 10,000 now, try as much as possible to have them. If you experience anything that looks strange to you, for example, you notice that when you look at light and you cannot look directly to light, and you're having a headache with it, it may not be ordinary migraine, and you're probably experiencing rashes. Can be a simple meningitis that is coming, that you need to see your doctor as soon as possible. These are the ways, because as bad as Nigeria is, if you present very, very,
Yeah.
very early, there are still some of our zone that can still work. Secondly, is that learn all those simple skills. It is going to help you a
All
lot.
right,
Thank you very
thank you
much.
very much, Dr. Olu. You don't turn the space to medical outreach. Ah, Dr. Olu. I mean, what all you said is very, very important. Like two things Dr. Olu said that I think you should really take really important is learn some of these skills on your own. A lot of them can learn it on YouTube, really. Then also try to get a medical doctor or someone that is in the medical line as a friend or someone you are close to. It's very important. Thank you, Dr. Olu. That one is free consultancy that you just did. Ari, are you Ari Maguire? Ari.
Now you don't let me forget everything I want to talk, man.
Go ahead. After
Good
Ari, I'll
evening,
come to Dr.
everybody.
Roya.
Good evening, everybody. I don't even know where I want to start from, because this Peter Obi water project, I think we have crossed that. Nobody get anything when they want to talk again. If you know, say the water or the borehole don't reach your standard, Zaria no far, go there, go destroy and make you build your standard. We go clap for you too. Me self, I go personally post you, carry you for my head like gala. That will not be problem. And then moving on, talking about healthcare now. Most times I not really like talk about healthcare, because many people who know me knows it's a very personal issue to me, because I lost my mom due to personal healthcare, poor healthcare in Nigeria, and they always get emotional when I dey talk about them. So I could just keep that part. And then the last part, the one where we see, I don't know, shall, but like I will always say, 100 years fuck up, no this sour. You know, it will only take time. Even your fuck up will catch up with you, and when it catch up with you, you yourself go dey ask yourself, say, wetin I do? Because now that one be the first question. Every criminal where they catch, they ask, oga, wetin I do? You go forget wetin you do. But then let Nigerians get wiser, because many people they feel say it is just cloud chasing is free, but I want to let people know that cloud chasing get price, and if you want to chase cloud, you should be ready to pay the price, and make sure say your account they worthy to pay the price, because we all know, say, for Nigeria right now, na money na im be fine bobo. I be, how do Davido talk am? If you get money, now you go get mouth. If you no get money, you no get mouth. And you get money, now money they bring connection. And when money bring connection, you go fit push anything when you want push. We all know how the person where they also rock to get the position where in day to day. So we all know how these things they work. May nobody they pretend anymore. And I go use that one to say hook up. I know see Saddam go on the vex on me one kind, but I know see he go always find a place in his heart to forgive me, because I don't think name the times so I don't offend them, but in they always forgive me. That one I normal, because now my bro. uh But this bridge building stuff, it did one kind to me, sha, because as I did now, at the same Nigeria they bomb me put, and Nobody can carry me go download sense put for my head. The small sense where I get though, because I don't want talk, say I don't want feel like say I get too much sense. The small sense where I get for my head to still observe the situation where Nigeria dey. Nobody carry me go download am for my head. So I no feel say personally, this one na personally, I no feel say I suppose the pamper or the if I use this word now, Saddam go know say na him I dey talk to. But no be here I dey talk to, bro. I just dey talk in general. I no feel say I suppose come dey pamper anybody to come dey tell anybody say omo see the way or see where we suppose lie down carry head go for our country to take better. Omo, this is 2024. We no dey 1994 again. We no even dey 2004. We no need to dey pray or dey beg anybody. But I understand when you say you want to shake hands. Anybody wey wan shake hands, and I don't already know the wing wey me I dey play. Defenders dey play their wing. Midfielders na them dey shake hands. Then attackers dey attack. So anywhere where you want put me, you put me. But me myself, I know where I dey. Coming back to this guy issue, I no wan make am today important because for me, na matter we know today important because if you can't give am too much importance, you go be like say you dey make the person they feel important when you know even the important because the whole essence of this matter, not because say anybody gets anything to gain from nobody really like wahala. But when you come and you say you get level, some people go like blow breeze, make them know how your leg they stand, you know. So the breeze don't already start to the blow, and it will continue to the blow. So I will advise everybody to know how to say the march line because even you as an obedient, if you march line anyhow, it's either I join drag you or I come up body and supply information make they wound you. That one I be for the new Nigeria way me I want. I don't want maybe see anybody they special, anybody get special pass. All those kind of things supposed to function. And if you say new Nigeria no still they work for you, uh join us together and say, okay, me I won't cut my side, come up for the Nigeria, make me self day, make me they do my things by myself. I just dey talk personally. I know they talk to anybody. I know they tell anybody anything. But I don't want anybody come to tell me say I no get emotional intelligence because me will be say my mama don't die based on say Nigeria no get level or based on say Nigeria no they do well. You want to tell me say I no get emotional intelligence. It be like say man you want to trample on many things where be say I don't go through and I know you like all those kind of talk. But may no be like say I dey provoke too much. I just put them in a subtle way. I beg, mo they avoid all those emotional things. When you come online, you say politics is a game or politics is not about emotions. Bro, politics is about emotions. Because when your mama don't die or your papa don't die because of bad government, you go know say na about emotions. I mean when your mama die, no be cry, you cry. Cry no be about emotions. Omo, like I said before, me no be like I said they provoke too much, but make everybody pack well. If you know say you get advice, just advise your circle. No come online because they try to castigate people. Maybe say they try package their own circle the way they say the. Everybody get the way they say their handle. Everybody now professional. Everybody now Superman for your own way. So I beg, make everybody package their own advice the way they say one time for their own circle. No come they try to tell anybody, say anybody no get emotional intelligence. Please, it they try, it like they raise some kind sentiments for my body personally. So I believe say I will drop the mic for there. I may not be like say I can't dey talk too much. But back to the main issue of Mr. Wahala, Mr. Trouble. There will be more troubles coming up. Oh. Obedience more already. Oh. Dust on the raise. Oh. So may everybody mount guard. That is all I have to say.
Officially, don't set. Yeah, thank you very much, Ari. But based on say you did my own circle, I go advise you now. Say make you disease from violence. Disease.
Make you get emotional intelligence. Get emotional intelligence. Harry,
Not be
get emotional
not be
intelligence.
say I not get emotional. If to say I not get emotional intelligence, I foresee the mom my mom till today. Now that emotional intelligence that made me put my mom matter for the background. Say man, now better Nigeria and I be the way forward so that
Harry,
everybody go
Harry,
enjoy.
Harry, Harry, Male in a better place. She's in a better place. She dey rest. Don't they bring her inside this matter? She don't go rest. Leave her out. Leave her out. We are speaking man to man now. Please, more they get emotional intelligence. It's important. We don't have to do our own for behind the scene. Please get emotional intelligence. It's important. Eh.
I don't know if you go. I
Now
don't.
because say that you talk I'm shy.
If you see when we are in a fight, you go run.
Eh,
All right, my brother. Thank you very much, boy.
yeah,
It's very important. You see where I come from. We all have our stories, right? We all have how Nigerians happen to each and every one of us. So most times, I speak from the angle of someone that have I would say have traversed Nigeria. I've lived with Nigerians, so I understand the struggle of a man from the south. At the same time, I understand the struggle of the man from the north, and we are two different. We are two different set of people. If you don't know these things, you go think say you see. Let me give you an instance, right? All my life, I never had gunshot till I was like 17 when I came to the east. I know ever hear say gun. They say I hear pa and knockout. There are some realities that in the same Nigeria. Some people in Nigeria have never seen police checkpoint in this same Nigeria. But there are people that they wake up every day to checkpoints. So our reality are very different. If you don't understand, if you open your mind and if you have traveled wide and far in Nigeria, you understand how diverse and how wicked the system is. So the reality of the man in the north is not your reality. In where I when I went to school in the southeast, where I take bike that I'll take bike back in the north for 50 naira. They cost me like 500 naira. Same bike, same distance. So my papa go give me pocket money with the mentality of a north side the north. I go dey mad for am when I come because under 1 week the money don't finish. They calculate with northern brain. So if you don't understand these realities, you will think that we're just one big one big country with different rules, different sets. S6 made that submission on this platform, and it caused serious problem. Our early violence space. He said, our northern brothers, beware of these Tinubu people are backing or following, because he's a tax collector. If you're driving your car in the south, you can drive your car in the south in the north. I'm telling you, you can drive car for 20 years in the north. Police will not stop you once. Nobody will ask you for your documents or particulars once. All those checks and balances are not there. Can you do it in the south? No. So if you're a driver in the south, you're always making sure that your papers, your documents, everything is complete, because one move, even if it's all a complete document, they will still want to chop your money. So our reality, for me, I see that we have different realities, and if you don't understand these people's reality and your reality, you think that everybody should be. You get internet. I think we use the mouth to come out on social media, turn out say all his voters, majority of voters, they don't get to it. They know they social media. You think saying they play? As you're informed, we they informed, they tweet around, they do space. With them, they did their own this thing for Majalisa. They do their own cultural space. So, my brother, when we say that emotional intelligence, it's not as if to downplay like we do not have emotional, we do not reason as human beings our emotions, but understand the dynamics of who we are as a people, and that our upbringing differs, our culture differs. Nigeria does not treat us equally. That's where I'm coming from with this whole stuff. So, my brother, I beg, hope you understand that. But I beg, your hand don't come up again. So I know probably you want to respond. One minute, Nigeria, I don't know how we run this stuff. Now, let's run it up. We'll still come back to Harry again. But Jimmy is up. Jimmy, please come in.
I just want to read something to you guys to understand what the madness going on. Says hardship faced by Nigerians is trial from Allah. Those who endure will receive mercy. Murik. Ọlọ́run ló máa bá ti yín jẹ́ ẹ̀mí kú lélẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ̀yìn olórí burúkú. Hardship brought from Allah. Are you listening to the madness? Hardship brought by Allah, and those who endure will have mercy. This is the nonsense they will be preaching to people in mosque. Say now Allah they do show them this thing, no, say because they don't sin too much. They don't sin too much. So now Allah they vex, so they should keep praying for forgiveness. This is the mentality they will be selling to some people. And guess what? People are buying it. illiterate are buying it. People that have never been to school before, they go don't go do ablution, say, may Allah forgive them. This is the mentality they are portraying for people to Jesus Christ. 2024. 2024. So as Peter Obi, they do borehole all around. As in they go up and down, they use their own personal money, they do borehole for people. Government no reason say they're supposed to do that kind of thing for people. Government no reason them at all. So as Allah they punish them, Allah no punish the people with the government. Allah no punish Tinubu, he no punish all these senators, he no punish the House of Rep members. He no punish none of those people. See, to know what is exactly going on in that country, the very day you see any politician in church rolling on the ground, begging for God to bless him, or their children rolling on the ground, then you know the problem of Nigeria is prayer. As long as you will never see them in church, night vigil, rolling on the ground, burning candles, holding candles, put it on their head, where the candle go melt for their head, you go they see everything. As long as you can never see that in Nigeria, keep fooling yourself. You're your own. This is what will be going on till everybody just die one by one. Allah is angry with them. Those who endure, those are the ones that will face mercy of Allah. Back to you, Saddam.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jimmy. I think we've made some very salient points, and I think I said, after this person made a submission, that what we are saying. So we are not saying all of a sudden start to everybody kiss and make every small start to kiss people's. So we are not saying that should be the case, but it's more like just to increase our tolerance level. That's pretty much it. So, Ari, some you want to sit up like say, what you are not tired.
My hand not pay me. I don't rest.
All right, thank you very much, Ari. All right, let's quickly go to Dr. Royal. After Dr. Royal, I'll come to Oxley.
Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Well done, Saddam. Well done, Wemini. Well done, Jimmy, Harry, Bolanle, everyone. Wow, the topic is actually loaded today. Because there are many topics, very diverse topic. Peter Obi, weather project, healthcare, and of course, the Rono people and their issues. Okay, so I want to just make a few comments before I go into what I want to talk about. I want to correct something that Dr. Olu said earlier. Me too, I'm a doctor, so he made a comment. I can't see him shout, but he said most Nigerians that leave the country are the very smart ones that could pass exams. Just for the record, so I don't need to just make that clear, make that straight, and that is not a very correct statement for the benefit of those who are doctors in the house or those who know doctors or who don't even have a clue what he's talking about. Let me just
but what he said was most, not generally. I don't think he meant all the doctors.
No. What? No, me and him were together. Everything he said, I aligned very well with him. I wanted to just make that comment. He said most people are leaving the country. The ones that can pass exams, the smart ones. Most of the ones that are going out are the smart ones. No, that's not the case. Most of the people that are in Nigeria right now are those who have a heart for the nation. They don't want to travel. They want to stay here and give back to society. They want to be here to help out the nation. Many doctors they're not in the low class, in quote please, before they go misquote me. At least they're fairly okay when it comes to pay, salary, and stuff like that. So they can actually afford to leave the country. Nothing stops them from going. But most doctors that are around in Nigeria are those who don't really think they should go. They should stay back and give back. The doctors who are lecturers in medical schools, the doctors who are lecturers, in even the nursing schools and all around, and they want to train more doctors, they want to bring more people up, and they also want to give back and treat people if all doctors who have the means leave, there will be practically no doctors. It will be a joke compared to what we're saying now. As in, what is was now be a joke. So just to make that straight, and that's not a very correct statement. Is those who actually don't have the patience to stay, want a better life, that actually go out or want to, improve themselves in that direction. So just to clarify that, someone I just know vex. I just need to make that clear. Okay, so when everybody's quiet, Abby, I made
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I wanted to just say that you don't use your submission to correct Dr. Only finish. You have 1 minute remaining.
No wahala, not a problem. What I want to say is that Peter Obi has changed the narrative, and he has taught us what a new nation can actually become. I'm so very very touched by the project he's doing, because most of the presidential candidates, they don't waka. The ones that don't travel, go America, go meet their family. The ones that have disappeared to Dubai and come in and out. The ones who are just not even like invisible. But he has remained, no, I don't. What he's doing is not just basically for 2027 or a campaign, but he's a man that has heart for the people. If you notice, he's been doing it over time. And like what Bolanle is talking about, for us to give and add, to what he's doing, contribute, is a very, very strong point. And like we did during the elections, where we're doing projects here and there, doing the campaign, we can actually go back to doing that, because that's what New Nigeria is really all about. And forget all the distractors on the timeline. They just say, according to who played that video, who played that song, now Jimmy, now when we play that jealousy. So they are jealous and they don't know how else to react but to castigate what he's doing. Okay. And just a little talk about the health sector before the knock and go for my head, so my time don't be over. It's really really very sad that we are where we are. When I saw the deaths on the timeline today, the other guy that drowned, in short, if you look at Mobile, all the many 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 issues, our healthcare is really really very 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 terrible. And why it's also more painful is because we have the means 100% to improve healthcare in Nigeria, just like in every other sector. And I'm hoping and wishing and believing that even after all these water projects, we can do healthcare. Because I'm very much aware that our dear darling Alex Oti has had to pay doctors more, so the Jackpot phenomenon will reduce, so they can have more people to be in Nigeria to treat people. Because the other day I was looking for an endocrinologist to see one of my patients that had a thyroid mass. Okay, what do we do about it? Man, we no see endocrinologists anywhere. It's a specialist that specializes in hormones, thyroid hormone, blah blah blah. We couldn't find. When I was looking for a hematologist that day, blood doctor, he had to travel how many kilometers to come over to where they had to see the patient. So it's a big matter. So if you are even in Nigeria, try and stay healthy, eat healthy, stay healthy, don't get accident, don't drive speed. Try and stay healthy, try and do what you can, because the healthcare is really really bad. Now, one of our big organs consultant, a medical doctor, a gynecologist, had a son who had an accident, and they needed to treat him, but they needed to do a CT scan to look at his brain, the extent of damage. They had to carry him kilometers to go and do CT, and that's in the man. The guy died on the road. He didn't make it over to the place for the city. And city making just a little over to 200 million that any government can provide in all the hospitals. So if anybody that is interested in healthcare should please invest in healthcare, because Nigerians are dying every day. Hospitals are very, very underdeveloped. And so that's for that. Let me just drop it there. Finally, this thing about people misbehaving on the timeline, I think people are beginning to get more scared. They are beginning to get more cautious, because it's easy. If you misbehave, you do anyhow, you see anyhow. So that's why I like Harry. Harry nearly take nonsense. Please leave Harry about the emotional intelligence thing. Harry is my guy. When he terrorizes somebody, they go hide, enter corner. And what is happening is sanitizing the TL, sanitizing the timeline, making people be responsible for what they are doing. Sarah Ibrahim and all the work. Somebody made a comment and said, Sarah get more mad than Sarah. Serap is always threatening to go to court. Every day court. Serap never goes to court. Since Sarah has more mouth than Serap. Now what? So I think that's the way to go. And all the tears on the timeline about APC waiting, their head go correct. They will all reorganize them. So let them. Now they are all shouting all over the place. Oh, the senior progressive and whatever nonsense. They are coming to. Hey, they've come to talk to IGP. Blah blah blah. Let them knock themselves out and even bring out the guy. It's good. So what's happening is really cool. And let's keep up the pressure. Press the neck more. They will change. They will
Yeah.
change or they will change. Thank you. I yield.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roya. You don't give us new one. Sarah. I thought I saw Sarah here just now. Your name don't turn Sarah from today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Doctor Ria. That's a very good submission. All right, quickly, I'm going to go straight to
Yes, I'm here.
Oxley. Yeah, after Oxley, please let's try to do. I mean, we are kind of like on out of the time already, but we just try to take as much people as we can so we can end round up. Um, let's try to do 3 minutes. Oxley, please go ahead. After Oxley, I'll come to. I'll take a lady girl, so I'll take Rita.
Okay, thank you everyone for this opportunity. Emi Sudan, well-meaning Mama Bolanle, Jimmy, I hear you. Thank you for this opportunity. This is my first time of speaking on Violence Space. I've been an added listener. I mean, um, yes, yes, thank you. So, before I go straight into the issues, I would say that in this obedient movement, everybody have their own ministry. I don't like to criticize people for their own approach to things. Jimmy has his own ways. Harry has his own ways. I mean, Harry is, I mean, is one of the guy I admire most. In, some of the things that he does. So everybody plays their own part. Their own little part in the way they want to do it, in the approach they want to take. You know, not taking prisoners, doing it their own way. So um, that all plays into the bigger strategy. Everybody doing the things that they need to do. So I'm not gonna sit down and criticize anybody. So it's part of the game. So Harry, I say I hear you, Jimmy, I hear you guys. Now coming back to the issue at hand, well, I don't know why people are drinking Panadol or Peter Obi's headache. I mean, Peter Obi brought out his money to do projects. He decided the project that he wants to do, that he wants to face war, you know, in the north. So how is it? How is it my business? I mean, it's his money. I mean, it's his finance. Nobody gave him that money, so he has the right to do it the way he wants. And for all I care, the people in the north, you go out there to go and fetch water in one of those boreholes. Do you really care the design of the GP tank, or that there is a there is an what's it called? This GP tank they hang up with I don't know all those maybe whether they hang it up maybe 100 feet above the ground or the thing is below wherever that it is. Your interest is to go to the tap, fetch water, bath your children, bath and even drink the water, use it to cook, do what you need to do with the water, and move on. So I don't know where when they started when it became necessary to begin to you know make water fancy. I don't know. I mean, we Nigerians, we are just very special people. I won't lie. Probably the APC and the Renu guys think it's an opportunity to banter or maybe make mockery of PO and all the things that he's doing. I mean, we are really very special people. I won't lie. So, but for me, everybody is in this movement. Don't have a headache over those. Don't lose sleep over those. What is important is that water is being given to people that need it. People that go to the stream to fetch, clay water mixed with clay that we've seen. I mean, once that water is being given, I mean, what? Why we shouldn't have headache over necessary issues? For me, since I started seeing those tweets, I don't engage it. I no longer engage it because it's a waste of my precious time. So that's by the way. Um, the APC guy that is facing some issue, let's not give oxygen to that. It's not necessary. Um, I mean, whatever he has done, he has the platform to go explain himself. So it shouldn't be an issue. So I just want to use this opportunity to, encourage us. Let's keep hope alive. Everything is going to be fine in Nigeria. The healthcare system. Everybody should be careful. Look after yourself. The doctors in the house have said it all. I mean, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you for this opportunity to speak here. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much, Oxley. Oxley Technologists. Thank you very much. for that submission. And it's great it's great to hear you speak on this space today. All right, quickly, I'll just go straight to Rita. After Rita, I'll come to Call Me Legs. Okay, Ari, I think, okay, Ari's hand is up. After Rita, I'll see, we'll just quickly take Ari. Maybe he wants to quickly say something, then we'll go to Call Me Legs.
Well, meaning, thank you very much. Greetings to you. Emia Saddam, greetings. Jamie, Mambolanle, Lady Pearls, Mommy Anka, Day. I bring you greetings. Everyone listening here on X, YouTube, wherever you're listening from, I bring you greetings. Thank you very much. On the APC poor healthcare, I want to start by saying RIP to uh, great brother, Junior Pope. I request the mic strictly because I really want to talk to that tweet who was dragging PO, saying that he did not use life jackets and he's a bad example because Junior Pope too did not use life jackets, and that's the reason, or maybe that's the reason why he died, or whatever. Oh, you tweet. Nigeria right now is in need of good leadership. And we have found a man with empathy, love, a man who's ready to come down to the level of every one of us to help us. Oh my God, network, you will not do this right now. Am I still being heard, please? Oh,
2 minutes
Jesus.
remaining. Sure, you hear that?
Can I just drop and come back? The thing is,
Can you hear me?
can I can hear you, but can I just drop and come back, please? It's gonna knock me up any moment, off any moment.
But
Please.
I can hear you.
Oh, really? Okay, fine then. Now, whatever you feed your people with, if you feed them with lies, they will spread that lies. And that's not what this man represents.
Okay, Prophet Rita, you were right. It has really knocked you off. Yeah, maybe probably come back. All right, let me just yeah. Ari, Alpha, Ari, are you there?
Omo, I don't know see my hand dey up. Oh, sorry, no
Okay,
vex.
no, yeah, so now it's okay. All right, call me Lexi. Go ahead. After call me Lexi, I'll come to Eze Chikwelu. Oga told me I see you. We'll come to you.
Yeah. Good evening, my fellow obedient family. Good evening, violencers. Good evening, all well money Nigerian on this space. It's always a pleasure for me to speak on a larger space like this. Thank you, Saddam. Thank you, Womini. Thank you, Uncle Jimmy. Thank you, everybody on this space. I thank you, everybody. You see, one thing is, for as long as you're in Nigeria, Nigeria has happened to each and every one of us, especially those of us that are born in the 90s down here. Let us talk about the older generations. That is why some of us that have sense that have passed through it, all we want is a better Nigeria. I can give you two instances how Nigeria has happened to me directly. My mom is from Kogi State, the Kaba side, the Yoruba side. The firstborn of my mother's family is a lawyer. He was the one who is ready to train me through school. He was a lawyer. He was handling a case of a politician. He's already winning the case. They murdered him. They called him in the midnight. He went, only for him not to return. The case till now is still in court. From that moment, my life has been shattered, struggling myself to go to school. My grandmother, it was just ordinary a nail that she stepped on, and that nail took her life. She went to hospital, they said it's tetanus. That was the first time I see my mom cry like a baby. But here we are today. Do they need to tell somebody like me before I supported a man like Peter Obi? Somebody that keep preaching every day and night. I want to see a country where a son of nobody will become somebody. Do they need to tell somebody like me that? Now see what happened to this useless one of Onu. My mom will say, "Ọmọ tí kò níyà kò kí ń dégbò ẹ̀yìn." If you don't have a mother, don't go and have a wound at your back where your hand will not reach. Nobody will come through for you. Nobody will save you. Wọn kì í ní kọ́mọdé má dẹ́tẹ̀ tó bá ti lè dá igbó gbé. When you have nobody to call on, don't even try to go and commit anything that will put you out there into problem. But I am enjoying this. Obedient. I always say one thing. We are not political party. Let's get that fact today. We are community. We share love. If anybody will call anybody to order today, it is we obedient. See why they are supporting themselves as APC and progressive. Just because they want to bully. They want to do anything and go with it. But here we are as obedient. We correct ourselves in love. But when you move mad, we move mad with you. We don't care about your age. We don't care about your status. For how long are we going to continue like this? Me, I enjoy this right now. The only thing I want to tell we obedient is let's hold ourselves together. You see, we can see now, Showere has joined those that have Showere has joined the likes of Reno and Boala now. We can see them. Me, I will beg you obedience. Don't let us even argue with them. Whenever they drop their tweet, just go on there and say, thank you, Peter Obi, for making this one unfortunate and useless father in life. Before you know it, it is either they block you, with time, they will reduce against Peter Obi. We have a long way to go. I want to appreciate
Yeah.
everyone who is doing this movement sincerely. Please, let's hold ourselves together. I know we are going to get there. I love you. Respect to everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, call me Lexi. Totally agree with you. Obedient, we should stick with each other. But very importantly, there's a post that Omega has placed on the jumbotron. Very important. Uh, we've emphasized it. I think we've emphasized it so many times, but again, it's never too much. Let's avoid anything. I mean, banter, they get banter, but don't outrightly go and defame someone. Don't forge anything. There are enough facts to use against these people. Enough facts. So uh, it's important to keep stating it. And I'm stating it for APC people. For those of you that think, oh, if you want to help him, it's fine. But help him by telling him, oh, what you did was wrong. Oh, if you want to apologize, go and apologize. Whether or not the people we apologize to we accept, I don't know. But just go and apologize. Your helping him is not by saying, don't worry, we have the ruling party. Do something. Do you are making a mess and a fool of yourself, to be honest. So what he did is wrong. I keep echoing that because I want it to be at the back of our mind. Because even obedient, you might even begin to think this is just banter, so it might just only excite you and say, "Wow, is very." But it's important to keep that at the back of your mind. He forged. I mean, he outrightly defamed or attempted to defame, not even attempt safe. He forged the document. So if you want to help him with a good lawyer that can plead his case, reduce his sentence, all those kind of things, or that can advise him to apologize. It's not by looking for who will overpower and break law for him. You yourself, you know where. So I was supposed to come to this Chikwelu, but Rita is back. So Rita, just quickly round up your submission, 2 minutes, then we'll go to Eze
All
Chikwelu.
right, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, like I was saying, I was talking to that tweet and every other one that have a voice that passes message to people. We must be very careful what we feed our audience with. A thing like this happen, who the person you should be dragging is the executive producer of that movie or the producer who have failed to provide the necessary materials needed for their actors and actresses. I watched the video the guy was doing while on Viva Niger. He said, "This is Viva Niger. This is what we go through just to keep you guys entertained." A whole lot of things are happening in the in the Nollywood industry that you that have a voice, you need to call them out so that things like these do not repeat themselves. According to a girl that reviewed and made a video that Bishop tweeted, she made a whole lot of revelation which are 99% true. As a matter of fact, I am speaking as an insider. This is a space we don't need to expose some of ourselves and some of the things we do. But trust me when I say I'm speaking as an insider, I am speaking as an insider. Some of these producers, they want to cut costs, they want to use very little money to make big movies, and a lot of artists like this have gone in for it. I don't know how many of you listen to TC. TC said he has escaped death countless times. And right now, he said he's no longer an actor, that everybody should keep their script. He could have died if not for God that saved him. So, seriously, please use your voice in the right direction. Pass the right message to the people and let them know what you are saying. Not dragging a man that is trying to help us out. As for the Northerners that are having problems with Peter Obi putting his name on the project he's doing out there, yes, I understand. They don't want unborn generations to come and see an ego man, whom, and even the generations right now, whom they've told that this man, these people are the reason why you are suffering. These people are the reason why you are like this. They don't want them to come and see the name of an ego man giving them water or gave them water when them that call themselves elite could not do it for them. So, like, seriously, I thank you, Peter Gregory Obi, for everything you are doing. And if you are a Nigerian that have the heart of every good Nigerians at heart, and you want our country to move forward, you have to start using your voice in the right direction, because we need this. We need this. No one is coming from anywhere to come and help us. 1 minute, I see your hand. No one is coming from anywhere to come and help us. You see that penny or whatever they are paying you that makes you think you're doing the right thing? It go clear for your eye, because that money will not last forever. It is when you get the right thing in place, you can aspire, you can soar higher, as as in as high as you want without anyone holding you down. So please,
Yeah.
let's do the right thing so that our country can move forward. Thank you, everyone. I yield.
All right. Thank you very much, Greta. At some point in your submission, I could say, are we talking about Nollywood? Well, I mean, your point makes a lot of sense. I think in Nigeria there's a lot of failure in the system generally here and there, but it climaxed at leadership failure. Because the truth is, if government knows what they are doing, they enforce what they are supposed to enforce. Nobody would cut costs. Every people want to cut costs everywhere, but it's government bottleneck and enforcement that prevents them a lot of time. So I'll go straight away to Chikwelu, after which I'll come to Tommy, then Dari.
Thank you, women in Nigeria. Emir Saddam. I've seen there's so many soldiers on this stage now, so I can't really call everyone by name. So let me start on the existing protocol. I'm going to tell my story regarding healthcare, my experience outside Nigeria. Then I'll give you a few tips on what I feel is survival instinct in Nigeria. Well, me in Nigeria, please, in case I run out of time, give me some extra 30 seconds. So when I left Nigeria, right, and I fell ill outside Nigeria, I was taken to the hospital by the ambulance. And I got to the hospital, I was given what could pass as 7-star treatment. Massive big room. A senior nurse assigned to me. The minimum of 8 doctors saw me. 8 doctors, if not 9, if I remembered clearly. You know, at some point I became scared. I was asking myself in my head, will I be able to pay this bill after all this wahala? Right? Then, during my stay in the hospital,
So many Nigerians came to see me. They were not my friends, but they just heard that there was a Nigerian who was their fellow student in the hospital. And they all came. Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Ibibio, Efik, to the point that the entire hospital knew that I was there because the receptionist had to learn my last name, my family name by force, right? To the point my mobile phone died, and they actually announced it on the public address system. If anybody has a charger, they should bring it. There was no charger because the phone was out of this world. Then the nurse came to me and said, "Do you want us to crowdfund to raise and buy this for you?" I said, "No, no, 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 no." Why did I say that? In my head, I was thinking, I was really scared that will I be able to foot this bill, right? 2 days after, they came in and I said, "I think I feel well now. I want to leave." And the hospital asked me, "Where do you live?" I told them. And the doctor said, "How are you going to go?" I said, "My phone is dead. I couldn't ring my friend that will come and pick me up." And he said, "You know what? We actually like you. You're a cool guy. We are going to pay for a taxi for you." And they rang the taxi. On my way out, I looked around and I saw young children in the children's section playing. I stood and I looked around the hospital. It wasn't rocket science. It wasn't something that we could not do. And I started crying. I am not making this up. This is real life story. I started crying, tears pouring down my eyes. And the taxi driver, as we were walking towards the taxi, he said to me, "Why are you crying? Is everything okay? Did anybody show you racist attitude? We can report you to the police." I said, "No, I was sobbing." Why was I sobbing? This was this was my experience, right? I said to myself, we can afford this. So I spent 2 days in this hospital. I did not pay nothing. I walked out. They even paid for taxi to take me home, right? It means that the poorest of the poor in this country can actually walk into the hospital, get treated, and walk off without paying a dime. And I know we can afford it in Nigeria. And these are what our politicians enjoy when they leave Nigeria. But people are dying. I started weeping. And the taxi driver kept asking me, "Why are you crying?" I said, "If I explain to you, you cannot understand." He said, "Explain to me." Told him why I was crying. He said, yes, he felt the same way. He became a bit emotional. He said he was from Pakistan, that the same thing happens to them. So, if you're listening to my voice, I know obedience are not the only ones here. I know there are people who don't believe in the ideology, Obi's ideology, who are here listening. Please understand why we are fighting. Understand why we are battling. We want the poorest of the poor in our midst in Nigeria to walk into the hospital and get treated and walk out. We can afford it in Nigeria. We have, in fact, we can afford it more than ever now. Why did I say that? Few years down the line, I went to hospital again. It was evening shift. Every doctor, nurse, everybody was a Nigerian. In fact, we were speaking Nigerian in that hospital. And my heart started beating again. And I said, God, why is our country like this? So if you're listening to me and you're supporting APC or PDP, please think about, this is not fights. This is not personal fights. This is not for us. We just want to do this for our country because we can afford it. We can do it. It is really heartbreaking that we have this situation where Junior Pope will just die and other people will just die because of basic things. Just rounding off, I'll give my 2 cents on survival in Nigeria. Please, every Nigerian listening to me who is in Nigeria, we are all endangered species. I know somebody branded themselves endangered species today, but the real endangered species are actually Nigerians who are in Nigeria. Because the next second, you could be going back to Baba God for no reason, for
Yep.
avoidable reasons, right? Well, meaning, please give me 30 more seconds. So, This is my suggestion. Due to what happened yesterday, I've added a few things to my personal task. Please, if you have a younger one, if you have a child, anybody that is in Nigeria, we know that the system cannot protect us now. Please tell them to go and learn how to swim. These are basic skills that people learn at baby level. I learned it at old age. Just let them basically how to be able to survive 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes if the ship sinks or the boat capsizes for help to arrive without life jacket. Please invest in this. I'm begging everyone here.
Yeah.
Invest in this. Do it for someone. Second, please, if you can buy this blood pressure, digital blood pressure checking machine, let that be your Christmas gift this year to somebody who cannot afford it in Nigeria. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So finally, sorry, we're in Nigeria. I'm rounding up. This may sound very basic, but
Uh, I think we lost. I think we lost Izzy. All right. Okay. Quickly, let's go straight to. Let's go straight to. But I mean, I think Izzy made a lot of very salient points. It's important. Some of these things are like basic things you can use to help yourself now that you don't have a government. To be honest. So, Tommy, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Well meaning good evening, Mr. Saddam. I chose to come up today and not be in the listener session because yeah, it's personal to me as well. But I am just lucky to be alive. I'm gonna be talking about the health sector as well. And I got a little bit emotional when the last speaker too was speaking because recently I had to go to the hospital because of my teeth, my eyes, and my daughter too was sick recently. And I'll be doing some comparisons. When I was shot in the face on Akpobori back in Nigeria, I remember when we got to the hospital, the same last suit where they say person build Tinubu does come off the way from heaven, does build somewhere. I remember several times we had to go and fetch water inside Lasut. My mom had to go and fetch water. Mosquito goes first, baptize you. There'll be several times, when the last speaker was talking about free healthcare and all of that. Several times, a nurse will maltreat you because you are not giving them 500 for glove that is supposed to be free. Oh. They will be using style to be asking you for money. Things I also I remember when I was given an appointment of 1 week, the doctors were telling me, "Oh, we will save one eye." Told me, "Don't worry, be able to see with one eye." Yada yada yada. Until infection, happened. They said they couldn't save it anymore. This was 1 week. Then later, after like 3 weeks, that was when they came to see me. They were only prescribing eye drops, telling my even nurses were not even coming to treat me. It was my mom that was using eye drop. You know, and you think about these things, and it's true what the last speaker see. Nigeria can afford these things. Yeah, this Canada where how many things they get with all the resources. This is what you get when you have criminals as leaders. Where you and there's a balance system here where it's a balanced life for everybody. They will tax the rich, give to the poor. You have average people everywhere. Now let me quickly talk about my experiences recently. I went to the, you know,
Tommy, are you sure you have the time? You have less
no,
than
no,
1 minute.
I'll be fast, I'll be quick. So I went to the, the automatic recently. Come and see treatment. And I keep saying this, I'm not a citizen. The way they will treat you as if come and see how doctors will be smiling. My wife was not surprised. Then the next one was my teeth. I for the first time I went to a dental clinic here. You will be seeing equipment, you'll be thinking you are in the future. The kind of equipment that you'll be using on you and everything. Thirdly, my daughter recently, she was sick, so we went to the hospital. We even thought we were, hey, money and everything, and they just asked for a health card, you know. And they said, oh no, everything is free. If you see the place we were staying to wait and don't stay with our daughter, ha, see, and it's not like these things cannot happen in Nigeria. It's not like these resources are not there. The only problem we are having is that this money are where it's not supposed to be. People are stealing it,
Yeah.
and what have you. So at the end of the day, Nigeria has happened to many of us, and hopefully, Nigeria doesn't happen to people who mean well for Nigeria. It's just
Mhm.
unfortunate. I'll yield the mic here. Thank you
All right,
so much
thank you
for
very
time.
much, Sumi. I can totally relate. If most of Nigerians have left Nigeria, if you if you give them time to, even at that space you go one day, people feel power for Nigeria, but it's
See,
never.
well
I think
meaning
we've done
you'll be
this.
shocked that some people will
I
pretend to be
totally,
disabled. If I tell you the things that this country is doing to me,
yeah,
ha!
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I totally understand. All right, quickly, I'll go straight to Dari. Oga Dari, I mean, we are very short on time, so maybe as quickly as you can quickly just give a submission. Then we'll go straight to Oga SIM card. Oga Dari, how far now?
Bro, good evening. I'm good. I'm good. How you guys doing? Emia Saddam. Greet everybody. Uncle Jimmy, how you doing? Everybody, hello, good evening. Yeah, I just want to talk about this Unsobu matter. See, one thing these guys don't know and they don't understand is that some of these guys amongst the obedience, they also have people in APC. You understand? Because some of us are not supporting APC or some of us are not, it means we decide to choose our own path. You understand? And yeah, you can't just assume that everybody in obedience don't have something to do with APC. It's because some people decide to choose their own path. You get, so you can't just wake up and start defaming people. And another thing I want to say is that, uh, NC said something here. I think was it last year. He said that if I go to my draft, I will see some of the things that I've written in my draft, but I didn't put them out because it would just be like I'm not being smart. It's the same thing to some of us. I have things in my own draft that when I look at them, I'll be like, this thing is too dangerous to put out. Just put it back. I can't just wake up and say I want to defame someone. There was one guy, the guy lives in Germany, and he was telling me that they are going to go to my page and find something out. I told him, I said, look, whatever you're doing, make sure you're very careful about it because, see, we're in Germany, we are both blacks. And one thing German police like a lot, their criminal, their social police, what they like a lot is that the fight is between two blacks. They will definitely work on it. So when you're doing this thing, be ready. Get ready with your evidence because you cannot hide. You will not. There's no hiding place for you here in Germany, because I will find you out. So he went. I think he went on my page. He couldn't find anything and stuff. He just blocked me. This is what we are telling people. Look, if you want to put something out, make sure that it's verifiable. You can hold something. The other day they were talking, oh, this long naked idiot who lives in the UK named Kyle Oguns or whatever his bullshit name is. He was putting something out. Oh, that is defaming Egbetokun. And when I went to the tweet again, I had some friends who looked into the tweet. I had a lawyer who also looked in the tweet and said, well, as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing defaming here. You didn't defame anybody. You ask a question which has been asked. Is Egbetokun a friend to IB Dende? Let him come out and talk about it. If I am a friend with him or not. That was even one of the reasons why I use his picture as his picture with IB Dende as my cover photo. So he has to come out and tell us that he's not friends with IB Dende. You understand? So these people don't have sense. They just think everything is clout. Now the guy, you just woke up and you went to say that if this kind of lawyer helps you with a case, you just end up in Kerikeri. How can you say that to someone who spent so much time studying in the university and has never come out to talk to you, or it doesn't have anything to do with you? Whatever you see, you have to take it. So stop saying anybody is arresting anybody. You are eating from what you've prepared. You are eating what you cooked, and you should eat it very well. That's just the thing. So stop complaining, stop crying, and stop. Keep, if you like, keep defaming. That one that has been saying I'm an ex-convict. We are see one thing. If some of his friends are on here, one thing I just want to let him know is that don't let me get you. I'm working really hard on your case, and I'm very silent about it. But one day I'll make sure that I get you, and that day you will be reminded of the cruise that you have been catching. So keep posting, keep writing that in. I will not give you that attention that you need. But one day, that your APC will not be there to help you. I yield
Yeah.
the mic now.
Thank you very much, Dari. Very, very salient point. It's very important to keep emphasizing that if you not cross banter, just leave it at banter. Banter is okay. Don't cross the line to defamation. Oga SIM card, please quickly go ahead.
Quickly, good evening, everybody, from Emia Saddam to well-meaning Jimmy.
I don't see a new flatmate too.
Yeah, so quickly, today I want to talk about the our health care. Like I look exactly the same way where I look. I look like my uncle. When they say people are two, I looked exactly like my uncle. And I grew up with my mommy's aunt siblings living with my mom. So they called my mom like auntie. So till today, I never called my mom. I called my mom auntie. I don't know if you've ever had that kind of situation.
I'm in that
So
same situation actually. Go ahead.
so my mom na auntie till tomorrow. My mom na auntie, you know. So in other place you can say auntie, but we for area na auntie. So my uncle, I'm a replica of my uncle. And my uncle was doing very well because I want to talk about the health sector. My uncle was doing very well. He was a welder in Warri, doing very well. And for some reason, he left home one day and he was nowhere to be found. We were looking for him. We don't know where he was. All the search to find him was to no avail. And at the end of the day, we were like, okay, let's see where he could be because then he was riding a motorbike and we couldn't find him after 2 weeks. And we were like, okay, where are we going to search? We kept searching. We searched all the police stations in Warri. We could not find him. After the second week, we were like, okay, let's search in the morgues. Trust me. We went to the morgue and they looked around the morgue and all those things. When they brought those fridges where they put those people in those fridges, when they pulled the seventh one, I saw his toe and I was like, nah, bros, lucky be that. What happened? He got he got involved in an accident. Someone crushed him and nothing, no story, and the next thing he was in the morgue. At the end of the day, what happened? No story. They not the talk now, so Uncle Lucky take go. Nobody get idea till today. Nobody know anything. If I give birth to a son today, my son's name will be Lucky because I'm like a replica of Uncle Lucky. Why am I saying this? In this country, whatever you do and whichever thing you do, even now, I'm talking about Uncle Lucky died like 10 years back. But today, trust me, yesterday I bought Ampiclos, one tablet, 1,500 naira. Not sick for this country. Not sick. Not let anything make you sick. Not try am. Because you don't have an idea of the number of doctors, nurses that have left. Do you know the nurses that will treat you in the next 2, 3, 4 years? These Gen Z's nurses, some that are into drugs and stuff, you never can tell. I'm not saying all of them. Don't quote me. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they are not intelligent or they don't know what they are doing. But trust me, the system is messed up. So please, let's be very careful because going by what happened yesterday, for the fact that I'm in the entertainment industry, is crazy because you
Yeah.
never can tell what happens because what happens, nobody prays to go to work. You cannot go to work and not come back home. It's crazy.
Mm.
Junior Pope went to work. He go hustle, he not come back home. Nobody wants to go to work and not come back home. It's crazy. We're in a very dire situation in this country. The health sector is not helping. We need to put everything in place. Things are not right. And to find people, when you see a well-meaning Nigerian
whom has been consistent in giving, in doing what he does, he decided to give water where nothing is happening, and you come to criticize him and you come to say things about him. If you don't have heart, if you don't have conscience, if you are not human, you should die. You should just bury your head in shame. And see, let me tell you something. Peter Obi has caused a revolution in the north. In the north has more billionaires anywhere in this country today as we speak, but
Yeah.
none of them have come to do what Peter Obi is doing in their region. You
Hmm.
see a northerner with palm slippers and knicker, just short knicker, and is a billionaire in the north. But they don't care what happens in the north. But Peter Obi has caused a revolution in the north as we speak. So I'm just trying to go round and round, but trust me, there's a revolution. The north is awakening, and we shouldn't stop. Don't stop. Keep doing what you do, obedience. The
All right.
healthcare system is messed up. Everything is all messed up. Our governance is messed up. Everything is hijacked. But please keep doing what you do. God bless you for what you do. I love you guys. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Ogasimka. Fear not, let me stop you, Officer Oshuku. Before you come my house, I come
I
arrest
go
you.
arrest you straight.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Jimmy, I think you quickly want to say something. You're supposed to be running over. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah. I just
I
want
did
to
hear your
say,
army for background.
no mind them. I just want to quickly say, my dear obedience, please, in the name of God, if you want to banter someone, banter one on one. If you want to defame, make sure you have money to get lawyer, because I don't feel crowdfund for anybody. Anything I say on my TL, I say it with my full chest. I can stand by it. Bam. I can put my mouth where my money is. No go think say Saddam na obedient. If Kasala boss, he go get my back. Or Jimmy, Oga Jimmy, Vawulence, he go get my back. My brother, my sister, you're on your own. Because the way it is right now, what they are doing now is they are deliberately fishing out tweets from obedience in Nigeria right now. They are looking for anything just to pick up anybody right now. So, Melembe, don't go for you can retweet and like. If I tweet something, I tweet them with my chest. Retweet and like her. You can make comments. But no go write something where we say now you just compose and say because of say you won't attack person. You're on your own, no. Okay, I just say me I put that one out there. Back to you, 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jimmy. I'm glad you brought it back to that because that's actually where I wanted to wrap the entire space up today. It's very important. We know that especially now they'll be looking for anything to to hold on an obedient. It's just very important not to cross that line of like Dari was saying just now. My draft, there are sometimes maybe out of anger I would have tweeted something. I know it can serve as just banter. Like I said earlier, if what that pastor guy, he's not a pastor, really, pastor guy did was just say, oh, it be like I see them now obedient, every thief, oh, it be like saying Saddam, be like saying just throw that shit. I'm sure everybody would have forgotten. Keep emphasizing man faith because if they won't allow him go without justice, the truth is that all of us can go mad. So all of us now, I can as well just form a tweet all of a sudden and say one person is sponsoring terrorists and say it was one that tweeted it. I can just go ahead and do it. I can go ahead and edit a Dio Israel tweet and say Dio Israel. Just say, oh, my Boko Haram boys really, and it's tweet, and all of a sudden it's out there. People will start to debate. Oh, did he really tweet it? Did he really not tweet it? And all that. So it's important. Even you that want to help him, you could be a victim tomorrow. Best way to help him, get him a lawyer, ask him to maybe if they will agree for him to apologize, whatever he wants to do. The best way to help him is not to break the law further for him. And that's very important. Thanks to everybody for coming today. Let's not forget tomorrow. Parallel Fact will be tomorrow, yeah, Friday. Yeah. Tomorrow, Parallel Fact will be having the LP Lagos State chairperson. They have been, just to also have that conversation. Let's touch base. Thanks to Parley Fat for that opportunity as well. So let's endeavor to be around tomorrow. All right, Sadam, over to you.
Thank you very much, German Ninja. Guys, thank you very much, guys. Please, you also have to close the space now. We have been here over 44 minutes past our time. And time zone has changed. For most of you in Nigeria, it's still not yet. It's about going to 12 o'clock. For some of us, already 1. So please, we have to shut the space down right now. But we'll be back. Yeah, there will be parent fast space tomorrow. You can join them on that space. Please come with your questions. Come ask any question you want to ask them on that space tomorrow. And we'll be back hopefully on the violence space next week, Tuesday. Please, I also want to just add this one more time, please, because people are in my DMs have asked me so many questions. It's important to understand. We reiterate this for everybody to understand. Please know the difference between yab, banter, and defamation. It is very important to understand these lines. Don't just go there and start defaming anybody. There is a cyber crime that comes with that. There's a punishment for it. It's very, very important to understand these things. And that people have refused to take it up doesn't mean that some people will not take it up. So you might choose and call somebody names and the person does not say anything about it. Does not mean that person cannot wake up one day and say something about it. So please, very, very important to understand, especially for our obedience. In fact, I say this all the time, that you don't even need to even defame anything in APC. The death in that party is enough for you. Just highlight the death is enough to go around on that party. It's a party of criminals. Everything about that party is evil. Just pick out one sector and shine your light on that sector. You will see cankerworms of death coming out from that sector. That's enough for you. So it's very, very important, please, because we know the kind of people we're dealing with. We know the people that we're up. We know the people we're up against. So, guys, thank you very much. Please, for those that cannot get the mic to speak, I beg, we have shut down the space for today. We cannot go on any further. We'll be back, hopefully, God's willing, next week, Tuesday. And also, there'll be a Power Fact space tomorrow. Please, you can join that space also. Important conversations. Many people have said, why do you want to give LP platform? I said, why don't you want to give them platform? If you want to have a question, you ask them. If people say they don't want to engage. They want to engage. It's still a problem. So it's an opportunity for us to also engage them. If there are things you want to say that, and say you can say it tomorrow. Question: somebody's going to gag anybody. You come out there and ask what you want to ask as it hits you. So thank you guys very much. I see every one of you. Please, one more time, apologies to those that could not get the mic to speak. Hopefully, I see all your faces. Hopefully, God's willing, on Tuesdays will be better and we'll have a chance to speak. Thank you, my brother, Welmy Nigeria. Thank you, Jimmy, for always coming out here and spending time with our people. Thank you, every one of you. I see you, Gabriel Williams, Bethany, Dr. Famzi, Kingsley, my sister Pearls, the general herself, Feed Marshall. I see you, General Oluchi. Thank you for joining. Violence Space Team. Thank you guys so much for making sure we're streaming this space across all our multiple platforms. Thank you, my brother. You never best. Please, my sister, sweet Angel. As we always say, please, guys, reach out to Sweet Angel. She's mourning in this season. When one is mourning, we're all mourning. My brother Joe Obedient, thank you so much. Omega XD, Mommy Anka Dede, Arewachi, Honorable Ada, Dr. Hekena, Liberty Champion, Mazi, God's Will for Nigeria, Polonium, Dr. Mary White, Dr. Bankole Justice, Kolade, Oluwadamilare Olawaski, Mr. Chike, Kolade, my brother, thank you so much. Biruki, what's good, man? Dr. AI, Dr. Lou, Leonard Man, Incoming Virus, um, this official South, High Set, I see you. Mama Wakili, thank you so much. Anze, Fetch, Prince, Bombastic Mike, Mr. Waleri, Simca, Duchess of Canada himself, Larry Akin, I see you, my brother Mugzi. Thank you so much, guys. Nosray, Jennifer. Guys, I can't call all your names, but God bless you all for always coming out on this platform. We'll be back, same station, same time, next week, Tuesday. As I always say on this platform, we do this for God and for country. Please, no Sobu going forward. God bless you guys. Good night and stay safe.